Hey, what is going on? I am Tony, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons. Here we got the evil team. We're about to get back into it in just a second. Want to go ahead and thank our Patreon supporters, all our followers, and I really want to give a huge shout out to a site that I've been going to a page for a long time, D&D Creative Table Design. And what they are is, if you're looking for inspiration, like people always ask me like where I get my inspiration from, because I do builds, I do elevations, I do caverns, castles, I mean, everything. And a lot of my ideas, I would love to say that they're all mine, but a lot of my inspiration actually comes from that Facebook page. It has over 20,000 members right now. We can put it in the chat real quick. It's exclamation D&D creative, like D letter N and then D creative. And yeah, check them out. It's really, really cool. If you're looking to, again, just for terrain, miniatures, or just advice on how to build or get into this kind of thing, that is the place to go. It's really a great community. Also want to thank Reaper Miniatures. They are actually going to be sending us one of their Kickstarter boats, the Sophie's Revenge, which is awesome. Cannot wait for that. We're going to get that all painted up. We have a special game for that with Stefan Picorni and Anne and a few other people are going to be coming back, that we're going to run another awesome game that you'll see that. So we're saving that. So again, thank you, Reaper Miniatures, so much. We're also going to be starting a painting show. We'll exclusively be painting Reaper miniatures and all sorts of stuff, like, maybe the boats and some other things, all the stuff that, Reaper slowly comes out with. So stay tuned and keep watching that. Also want to thank Troll Lord Games. If you don't know who they are awesome. Check them out as well. Basically, they are just supplements, adventures, modules, all the things that you need if you're just looking to enhance your Dungeons and Dragons game as a player or even as a DM. Just really, really a great resource hub for things like that. And again, for pulling up modules and all sorts of stuff. And of course, want to thank Stat Trackers. We can't forget about them. James used to play on the good team. He was Alistair Bramblebeard, one of a dwarf, and he owns a company that does stat trackers. And what stat trackers is actually, you see me use them a lot. They just make it where I don't have to go into the monstrous manual or everywhere looking around for the stats on an NPC or a monster or anything like that. Just a really great resource for dungeon masters to have, so you can just speed up your game and make it more smoother. And as a DM, that's always a blessing. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This is season 2 that we're in now. If you watch season 1, they actually had gone through that. I'm not going to give you a huge recap. That was 20 some weeks, 20 some episodes. So it was almost a year worth of games. So yeah, you have to go back and watch season 1. But yeah, we are in season 2, and this is episode 2. This is 5th edition rules. And also, if you want to know what else we do, you should check out our schedule. I'm not going to go through all the stuff. We do so much now that, again, we're doing a painting show. You got Pandemonium. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Check out our schedule. That will let you know when we run our shows and all the type of things that we'll be doing. And we'll be adding to that schedule soon. So I'm sure there's something that we have that everybody will like. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have everybody introduce themselves. And we will start with... Let's start with Space.
So guys, Space. I play Tempest, the half-elf sorceress, storm sorceress. I guess everybody is ready to die tonight, so I guess I'm excited to die too.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Don't worry, stream. What she's talking about, we're gonna tell you that in a second. So next is Exile, but she is not here tonight. So Eric, who plays Cutter, is going to be running Scribbles the Kenku. Next, though, we will go to Yuri or Young.
Hey guys, it is Young, our resident I play our resident paladin Yuri, who now has 2 attacks. Who's been waiting for that all year. I'm just ready for our fun challenge, and I'm just ready to just have some fun tonight. That's really all it's gonna be. So I'm super excited for tonight.
Be careful what you wish for, Yuri. She wants some challenge. All right. So
That's not what I'm used to.
Next, now she's smart. Oh boy, it's gonna be good. Okay, so now it's Eric.
Hey, yeah, so I'm Eric. I'm playing 2 characters tonight. The character I'm dressed as, Cutter, Wood Elf Barbarian. And, if you don't know who he is by now, you'll know really quickly. And then I'm also playing as the Kenku monk Scribbles, who's very interesting. It kind of parrots, mimics other people's voices. So I will have that fun challenge in addition to playing 2 characters.
All right. Next is Mr. Raven.
Hi, I'm Raven, and I'm playing Jimmy Head Tricks. Tonight's the Durgar Scout Rogue, and we're heading back into the Underdark. So I'm very wary of where we are. I don't want to step on anybody's feet. I don't want anybody to step on my feet. So that's me.
Gonna be a good time. All right, next is Amy.
Hi, I'm Helen. I am a fallen Azamar, and I am pretty much somewhat new still to the party, a little creepy, a little strange, and not really ready to share her backstory just yet.
And she might not ever get the chance. So,
Maybe.
and
Tonight's the night.
Next is Winged.
Hey everybody, I'm Josh, also known as Winged Horizon, and I'm playing the wizard / necromancer. I'm a wizard of just lore. I like to create different effects, and I come from the lands of Thay, and I was a refugee getting away from there, and eventually found myself in Dagger Falls, and decided to hook up with this group to stay alive and pursue my own little means to an end. And this got me to the Underdark, unfortunately.
And finally, that's actually everybody.
And I'm Lucius.
Right.
Excuse me, I play Lucius.
Ooh, Lucius.
a high elven wizard. There we go.
All right, so let me just move this real quick, and then I'm gonna go and give the lowdown on what's going on here. I just have to move Lucius up here. All right. Darn it, that didn't do it. One second. This is the fun part here. Okay. All right. Let me give the stream a quick lowdown what's about to happen here. All right. Some people came to me before in this stream, my players, and they said they wanted a little bit more of a challenge. And I actually come from the old school. A lot of me and my friends like 1E and 2E games. So we're used to a little bit more challenging D&D where you die a lot more often. It's just, you always have another character sheet ready in old school D&D, but they want a little bit more challenging. I figured, I wanted to give them something really special. So I have bought in a special guest DM. I have been lying to them, but they figured out my lies. They're not in California. They are right here. And this individual is going to be DMing and playing the vampire tonight. And we're going to see how it goes. Maybe there'll be a fight. Maybe there won't. But we're going to see. So all this is in good fun, though. Don't think we're trying to be hard on our players. They want a challenge, and we want to make sure that they get what they want. So I'm about to turn it over to this individual.
I think he really wants to kill us, though.
What? No, he's not going to
kill us. We've been bad. We've been very, very bad.
Well, what's great is this person used to play in the party, so he knows the background of all these people. So it's almost like they're seeing a good friend come back. So I'm just going to turn it over to him. His name is Rich, and that should scare them enough right there because they know what he is. Hey, they know. Hold on.
Oh, here it comes.
Rich. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Helen doesn't know.
This is real rich, Tony. Real rich.
Actually, you guys, I was the one that guessed this first, but the reason Rich is here is because he wants to kill one of us. He can come in and join the party again.
Hello, friends.
What's up, Rich?
Hey, Rich.
Long time no see.
We still don't see you, actually.
We're good.
Are you a disembodied voice?
There you are.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Long time no see.
Thank you. How you doing?
Yo, I'm loving the hair.
Rich.
Yeah, I love that hair
that is
and
very,
the
very cool.
eyeshadow.
Yo, you
The
look
beard is so nicely trimmed.
And
You
I
Just
look
love
for
the
you.
red
lovely
eyes.
today, Dungeon Master. Wow.
You think I would pass up an opportunity to play a group of vampires against my old friends?
Well, so I don't want to slow down our stream too much, Rich, but the clue was as soon as Tony told me this guy's really good at playing vampires, it's like, of course, it's Mr. Ravenloft. It's Mr. Ravenloft. You pretty much are a vampire, so.
Yes, well, from what I've been informed, this group here has been tasked by the Dorgar to bring a guard down into these caverns, if I'm not mistaken.
They're looking for mushrooms.
And
That's right, yeah.
Dorgar asked them to go check to get these mushrooms and
Yes.
to bring the guard. They would know if the guard was there when they got there.
Okay, so
He's got worm tongue in his ear.
you've
And the vamps already met them. He just said, "Thank you for bringing snacks," and smiled. That's where you're at. He just smiled at.
And as you enter in the dim light of the cave, you see the man standing above you. Your vision brought to line of sight with this man standing high, a large grin on his face. It greatly pleases me when my guests bring snacks.
You can have your snack if we can have our mushrooms.
Well, you see, the mushrooms here are quite valuable. And you have brought a snack for me, yes, but I'm wondering, with as many as there are of you, and as many as there are of us, do you really think a single snack for maybe a single sack of mushrooms will do?
Cutter's going to look back at the group. Specifically, he's going to look at the shadow that is our Durgar. And then he's going to look back and he says, "That's maybe enough. What is your name?"
You want to know names? They hold power here. The name is Barnabas. And yours?
I am Cutter. And we
Cutter.
are the Slayers.
The Slayers, you say? A cute name, to say the least. And what is it, pray tell, that you slay?
Any who talk too much and oppose us.
Well, you must forgive me if I ramble on. After all, living down here as long as I have, other than my meals, I only have those filthy, dark dwarves to converse with, and they're not excellent conversationalists. So perhaps you could humor me for a time.
I should say at this point that you are talking about the number of our party. I have successfully, I believe, snuck into the room behind the party. So it's like us minus me.
So
as far as you're concerned.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's yes.
How does this individual look to us?
He stands about 5'9", very gaunt features, sunken in eyes, pointed goatee, similar, long shoulder-length hair, slightly curled. And though he's in this damp underground cave, you notice that the clothes are well maintained, of fairly noble visage, but other than that, he genuinely looks fairly nondescript.
As an action, my character can cast, well, not cast, but as an action of the character, I can use an ability called Eyes of the Grave.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows me to know the location of any undead 60 feet of me that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected by divination magic until the end of my next turn. So I'd like to institute that. I have 3 of them per long rest that I can do.
Okay, perfect. That works. So you're going to cast that. I just need to look one thing up really quickly.
Sure. And it is a feature of the character, so.
Yes, I am familiar with that.
Okay, cool.
I just need to double check one thing here before
Yes,
we go
sir.
any further.
How much damage does a fireball do?
No.
She's just trying to assess how many are around.
Yes. I just need to see if that is currently possible. Why does this not want to work for me? I got it. Just look this up. Okay.
Somehow I knew it would be in for a challenge when Rich is here. Somehow I just knew.
Those of you with divine abilities, one thing you notice as you're sort of looking around and you're getting a sense, you notice that everything here, there's and this is only the clerics, the paladins, there is a foul odor on the air that you're not picking up with your nose or your natural senses. But you do notice with your eyes of the grave that there are 5 undead within your area.
Okay. She will just look at Cutter because she sort of has a understanding.
Mhm.
And she will just go like this. And I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
I cannot.
Oh.
I can.
So she will kind of like very not wanting to tip her hand in any way, but just letting him know, like
Right.
with a nonverbal and very slight, that she's picking up like five of these presences, just so he's aware.
And then,
Okay.
Rich, at the end of last session, there was a bunch of bats. I don't see them now. Are there bats or are there not bats?
There are bats, as there have been through the cave, that have been floating around on the ceilings and hanging from some of the stalagmites, or stalactites rather.
And how many humanoids are there with this character we're speaking with?
You see him plus another 4 scattered throughout the room.
Okay. So now we know, well, we think that we're outnumber them, at least so far as the humanoids / other creatures. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Cutter says, so nobody behind me seems to have a particular opinion. This human certainly means nothing to me. I'm willing to take these mushrooms, and if they're not good enough, we can just come back.
Now, that is an option, of course, but you're already here. And you would be one of the rare ones to leave this chamber in order to return. So, you want to trade this wretch for a single sack of mushrooms, knowing your masters, knowing the ones that have sent you here, the ones you work for, as pathetic as they may be. They are not going to take kindly to you coming back with a single sack, but that is all I'm willing to offer for that one body, unless you can perhaps, I don't know, sweeten the deal.
Just to make it clear, we do not have a master. Just to make that just apparently clear, I do not take orders from people.
Every dog has a master.
And I will not be called a dog either.
Very well, very well. You seem to be quite impatient. So, Cutter, was it?
Yes.
That one, and he points to Yori. I don't like the way they speak.
Yes, it's actually quite comedic because I tend to be the voice of the group, being the first one into the fray, into the room. But I'm the first one to draw a blade.
Is that a threat?
No, just making a statement. And I say, and this one, as for the paladin, when she talks, she means it. We all do.
Entirely fair.
So let me ask you this. Why have you
I'm
not
listening.
yet attacked us?
As I
Because-
told you, it is quite dull to deal with nothing but the filth of the dark dwarves here. You are fresh faces. And depending on the way you carry yourselves, and depending on how well your underlings watch their tongue, sometimes it's nice to get to know my food or my guests before parting ways.
You know, I will be honest with you. You are quite intriguing. Most of the big mouth leader types we talk to speak in a high and mighty way, and eventually it comes to blows, and eventually we carrying off their treasures and sticking their heads on pikes. But there's something about you I like.
Oh, and what is that?
There is a calm about you.
Indeed. And as he says that, unbelievably fast, he moves from his perch where he is at to mere inches from your face, arms still at his side, still relaxed. Much in the same position he was above, he is now directly in front of you, Cutter. In the blink of an eye, he is moved. Children,
Can I ready in action?
you may.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I still had chromatic orb. I was still held that from last week as well.
Okay, so you were
So-
holding chromatic orb from last
Okay,
week.
she's holding it first, then I can't. I'll ready in action though. And my action
And-
will be that if he attacks Cutter, I am going to cast blindness and deafness, and I am going to make him blind.
You're going to focus blindness and deafness on him. Very well.
I'm also readying an action with this quick movement. I'm just readying my short bow though.
Okay.
It's much the same trigger, but it'll be an arrow.
Okay, so you pretty much gotten a bit twitchy, your hands next to your bow, ready to grab it and fire an arrow the moment you see him attack Cutter.
That's right.
Very well. And you said you had chromatic orb prepared. Are you still holding that, or are you going to let loose with it?
No, I'm still holding it. Seeing as you only gotten close to Cutter, it's not an attack action, and that's what I held it for, an attack action.
Very well. Cutter. He is now face to face with you, and you can see the gray, pallid skin drawn back. And as he speaks, you can see the points of his teeth beneath blood-stained lips. And he gives you that little grin before turning his back to you and saying, "Children, this one," as he looks down at the guard, he gives a sniff. "Even this is below me. Children, have your fun." And as he says that, you see the vampire spawn surrounding him, move over to the body and start dragging it towards the edge of the water. The guard, who, Tony, if I'm not mistaken, is conscious still?
Yeah, he was bound. He was bound and gagged.
And as they grab him and start dragging him towards the edge of the water, the gag slips free, and you can hear the choked screams and sobs from the guard as one of the rocks tears it away. And above all of that, you start to hear the ripping and tearing of flesh and the wet, sucking sounds of these four creatures bearing down upon the guard that you brought down with you.
Your soul will go to my Lord Hades. No worries.
My soul is long gone, child.
Oh, no, I was speaking about the guard.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
He can go wherever. I've fed my children for the evening. But now, Cutter, as it was, I told you that you brought me a snack. Unfortunately, this one doesn't suit my tastes. And the trade was a snack for a single sack of mushrooms. So perhaps you might want to rethink your offer.
I would be glad to offer something else. Perhaps me, and I rage.
Okay. And with
So
that,
badass.
That will be combat.
and with
Yeah.
that, Cutter says perhaps me, going into a rage before Barnabas. The four spawn off in the corner very, very quickly draining the life from the poor soul that you drug down here with them. And with that, we come to the initiative. Everyone that have held their actions, you may take them on your initiative order.
Okay.
Right, yes.
And unlike the normal rules where you must use your reaction to cast it, I will allow you to either continue your readied action or replace it with another, as long as you do not have a spell that you are currently holding, such as Chromatic Orb. And with that, we come to initiative, and we start with Tempest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just, throw that chromatic orb at the vampire, seeing as Cutter has initiated battle. 24.
Ooh, a 24.
And I'm casting that at level, hold on one second. I'm gonna cast that at level 3. I'm sorry, level 2.
At level 2, all right. 24 will absolutely hit. What kind of damage are you doing here?
Fire.
So it will be doing fire for a grand total of 18 fire damage. And as you do so, the orb smacks Barnabas clearly in the chest. And you see that fire catches his cloak. And as it does, he sort of swats at it. And where that burn, you've seen the spell go off time and time again. You see it burn away some of the cloak, singeing some of the flesh beneath. And he just stares at you, and his face, once gaunt, once fairly nondescript, turns bestial as his eyes flick up to look directly at you.
It doesn't seem to work so well on them.
Is that a shield spell?
Oh, it absolutely looks as if it did damage, but he does not look phased.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna start backing up. So I'm gonna as a bonus action, I'm gonna do tempestuous magic and fly up 10 feet, and then I'm gonna move back.
And as you do, as you're moving up into the air 10 feet and flying back, I'm guessing you're taking the corner over here or where?
Who am I?
It's been long enough that I actually do not know whose miniature is whose, so I will...
I do. Who are you looking for?
We are looking for Tempest, who's going to be moving 10 feet into the air and back using Carpaccio's magic.
Tempest is right here.
All right, so 10 feet up and then back. Are you going to go straight back, or are you moving at a diagonal?
Straight back. I guess behind
Straight
Yuri.
back.
Is that
Behind
Yuri right
Yuri.
there?
Is that Yuri right here with the wings?
This is Yuri right here.
Yeah, so directly
Okay.
behind Yuri.
And
Yeah.
Helen's right here.
All right. And that
And
will
we're
be your turn, yes?
Yes.
I do not like this mouse. It does not like me either. And as that happens, he growls. And as Tempest rages before him, you have chosen poorly to face us this day. And without warning, his fist goes out grabbing at Cutter with a 26 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Whoa.
Cutter, you are grabbed by your chest and lifted into the air. You are currently grappled. And as you are, you hear a rumbling from behind you. And you're, those of you that look back for a sheer moment see a boulder being pushed into place through the entrance, blocking it from one of the spawn.
Spawn?
Do
Did
I-
you say spawn?
Yes.
I forgot how this works. Rich, do I make my DC roll against the grapple now or on my turn?
On your turn, you will make a DC against their grapple.
Okay.
But it is now Lucius's turn.
It's time.
Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm not sure if it'll work because I don't know, of course, much about vampires. I've been around for a long time, or would I know as an elf much about vampires? Do I need
What is your specialization? You're a sorcerer, yes? Or are
I'm
you
a
a
lore
wizard?
master. I'm a lore master.
You're a
wizard.
lore master. Give me a quick history check.
22.
With a 22, you know a small bit about vampires, some of the lore that has been found throughout some of the books that you've read. You know that they will not enter an abode without being given permission first. You know that they are intelligent undead. You know that they can be killed with a stake through their heart. And you also know that the sun's rays are what can give them permanent death. So sunlight, and in this case, mechanically, radiant damage is something that genuinely hurts a vampire.
Awesome. Okay. In that case, since you said they're super intelligent, I'm not going to use something that's an intelligence saving throw. Would I have a straight line on any of them in a row by chance?
Where
My character is that wizard, that purple wizard with the green ray.
With the green ray right here, a straight line.
That's Lucy.
Cutter is currently giving Barnabas a bit of cover, so he has +2 to his AC currently with soft cover, but you have a straight line to this guy, from what I can tell.
I'm wanting to go after the big one.
Either one. All right, so you're going to go after the big one. His AC is increased with soft cover. If you miss,
I can move though.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can move to have a straight line on him. As a matter of fact, moving between those two stalactites right here, or those stalagmites right here, yes, Lucius, if you move here, you would have a straight line on him, or if you try to come over into this corner and get nice and close to him.
I don't want to get nice and close to him. Hell no. I'm kind of moving away after that. I'm squishy and not that brave. So I would like to get to the place where I'm not very close to him. Is there any way to have a direct line on him and others spawn, or is it none behind?
There are none directly behind him. There's no way to have a direct line to him as well as the spawn.
You probably have an idea of what I'm going to do then.
Mm-hmm.
I begin to cast and turn my hands and smile and say, this will be fun to try. And then I turn my fingers a little bit and snap and then hiss and then shoot. What looks like it's starting as a lightning and crackling my fingers suddenly turns to light. And I shoot a lightning bolt of radiant sun.
You're able to
change
transmogrify?
Elements. I'm able to change anything with the element to another element, another damage type.
I didn't know that radiant was one of those. Okay.
I believe it is. I can double check real quick.
Please double check that for me, but in the meantime, go ahead and roll it unless you would change your spell choice based on that. Because that's the elemental mastery, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I can change the damage type. Let's see. I can change it to radiant. Yes.
Okay. Then.
Oh.
There you go. And here's the lightning.
When you cast a spell, you can substitute with one other from that list. You have Acid, Cold, Fire Force, Lightning, Necrotic, Radiant, or Thunder. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay. So, Lucius crackles his hands. You see those sparks of lightning that all of you have seen before suddenly it starts to glow brighter and brighter, before a bolt of lightning shoots forth from his hands, quickly turning into a concentrated sunbeam, blasting towards Barnabas.
17 lightning damage, okay.
And it is a DC 16, if I'm not mistaken?
DC 15.
DC 15 dexterity saving throw. I just need to double check something real quick because I did give a description earlier.
Nice work, Lucius.
I really rolled low on this lightning.
Okay, so he does not have advantage, which is good for you. And that is a 14.
Ooh, so 17 radiant damage.
Nice.
17 radiant damage blasts into Barnabas.
Can you describe what it does to him?
So as that blast flies in, give me one moment. You see that arc of radiant energy blast forward, his arms outstretched, grabbing Cutter up above his head. That blast catches him in the chest, and you actually see the flesh wither and blacken and tear away as that cuts a line directly through the muscles of his pectorals up through his other shoulder, leaving just a charred scrap where it once was, as he lets out a howl of pain and rage.
How does that feel?
Get a save against that?
What was that?
And then I
You
go
could,
back to where I
yes.
was, as far away as I can from him.
And now Lucius is going to move back to where he was as far away as he can. You've
As far
currently
away as I
moved-
can with my movement. I have
It looked like he'd move 15 feet, so he can move 15 feet further. He wants to
Yep,
get as
that's
far
right.
away from Barnabas as he can.
15 feet?
maybe
Yes.
next to one of the fighters.
Next to one of the fighters.
Yeah.
One of the fighters?
Yeah, so somewhere over here.
They can shield me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The most he could get is 1, 2, he could get right here.
All right, you want to go right where Tony's finger currently is?
If that's take me next to Helen.
That's about
Next to Helen.
the closest he
She'll-
gets
she
to
got
that
my
would
back.
be right here behind this
All right.
stalagmite.
So you're going to actually move around the stalagmite, moving closer to Helen currently.
Yeah, so he would be right there.
All right.
He's about 10 feet from Helen now.
And then I just come around the corner like smiling like a big old cheesy grin. This is so much fun. And
Barnabas lets out a howl of rage in this moment. That one! Take him down. And as he does so, then you see those fangs in his mouth elongate as he brings Cutter in close, trying to pierce his flesh with his fangs. That did not work because I clicked the wrong thing, damn it. We're not going to call that a miss. We'll call that a natural 20. How's that sound?
Oh God, please no.
And since you're grappled, that doesn't mean he has advantage on you, does it?
I think so.
I
If
think
If
if
someone
you're
is
grappled,
grappled, it's disadvantage.
they have disadvantage on attacks against their grappler, but the
Right,
grappler does not have advantage on attacks against them.
That'd be restrained,
No.
right?
Yes, that would be restrained, correct. So your speed is 0, and you have disadvantage on attacks against me.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Well, that
Grappling
bite-
is your attack action.
Yes.
When you grapple, it's an attack action. So that
Yes,
is
he
your
already
action.
grappled once, so his secondary action here is a bite with an attack of 23.
Ah!
His fangs pierce into your flesh, and you feel your blood being siphoned from your body.
Can I ask a question real quick? Why wouldn't Cutter have had a chance to evade the grapple?
Because
Wouldn't he,
the
at the time he
grapple,
gets grappled, wouldn't he get like a chance to it's like an opposing
because
strength, right?
in fifth edition, to break a grapple, you do it on your turn. You use your action to break the grapple.
I see.
Cutter,
Okay.
Did he have to keep concentration when he was getting blown by sunlight?
no,
Oh darn!
because it was not a spell. It's simply him gripping.
I tried.
Now, Cutter, you take 5 piercing, which, since you are in a rage, is halved. But I do not think you have resistance to necrotic damage, do you?
I do not. All that blood gets sucked out in a necrotic.
So
way.
you lose 9 points of health from the bite, and as the blood is being siphoned, you feel yourself being weakened, as your maximum hit points are also reduced by 9.
Yeah. All right. He Cutter, but he's screaming partially in pain and partially in anger.
And as that happens, those of you that can still see Barnabas clearly, Cutter, you especially, through that pain as your vision hazes for a moment, you see that charred black mark across his chest slowly start to knit itself back together. And with that, we move on, and you hear a female's howl from the body of the guard over here as she rushes this way, running towards the lore master who had the audacity to throw lightning at her master. This one right here.
Really, it was more of a beam of light.
Going towards Lucius, yes. And they have a movement speed that I will give to you in just a moment. She will also be using her spider climb for this. So they have a speed of 30. So any difficult terrain, they're going to move at a direct line towards him.
So, speed right by here.
All right, and then with that, a dash to be right up on him.
Oh, okay, dashes.
Lucius doesn't like that. He looks like,
We are not-
All right, with that, she is in your face, snarling. You see this one. Unlike Barnabas, this one is dressed in ragged clothing that is dirty and torn. Her face is extremely gaunt. The eyes, the cunning intelligence that you could see from Barnabas, there's still a modicum of intelligence here, but the eyes are almost glossed over. The bloodshot whites of her eyes filling all the way to the iris. The pupils dilated large like a cat on the hunt. And she is staring you down. As another one of them, this one here, makes the same run. This one here moves to Lucian with a dash.
Yeah, dash. Yeah, dude. All right, so right up.
And actually, no, he will. Is this pillar all the way up to the ceiling or no?
What, this right here?
Yeah.
No, it is not.
He is on top of it. You watch as this one rushes, grabbing onto the stone, his fingers sinking into it like it's sand, climbing up to the top as if it were nothing.
This is epic.
And with that, it is on Barnabas. Barnabas does not... Okay, that does not happen this turn. He looks Cutter directly in the eye. Your friends, your underlings. You're their leader, yes? I'm going to make sure that you watch as every last one of them suffer and perish at our hands. And with that, he looks over his shoulder, or looks over your shoulder, Cutter, looking at the so-called dog, as he said, looking Yori in the eye. Yori, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against charm.
Can someone make the check for me? My computer went kaputs. I have a +3 to my wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw at a +3.
+3, so it should be, my wisdom is a 16.
What do you want to roll for you?
You want me to roll for you, girl?
Please.
Okay.
All right, come on, Tempest.
Nope.
Oh,
What
That
was
is a
it?
13.
Wait. Is that a spell?
No,
It is not a
save.
spell.
Okay.
It's a save.
So it's
it should be a
1d10 plus
16.
3. So a 16. You lock eyes with Barnabas, and suddenly everything else around you goes black as your vision tunnels in on him, and your mind and consciousness is flooded. This is someone that is a dear friend to you. He is to be trusted and protected at all costs.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
And she
I'm
can make
sorry.
that save on her turn each time. Right?
You are not under their control, but you take their requests or actions in the most favorable way it can, and you are a willing target for his bite attack.
Damn it.
You can
Should
repeat
have
the
known this was going to
save.
happen.
And just so you know, no, you do not get to make that save at the start of your turn. There are conditions that will cause that save to happen. I will let you know when that time comes, Yori.
Noted. Also, damn it! I should have known this was going to happen. Also, I'm sorry for whoever I hit in advance. Should have known this was going to happen.
Now I kind of wish I didn't move behind Yuri.
Yeah, that probably was a bad idea. But,
Oh.
you know, it'll be fine. We'll be fine.
All
It's
will
not
be
like-
well.
You know, Tempest,
Oh.
that's the
It's not like we're
difference
going to
between a
die.
sorcerer and a wizard.
It's not like we're going to die.
Now, is there anyone within melee of Barnabas and Cutter currently?
No.
Good. Wonderful.
I don't think so. I don't know where are we at.
I appear to be in the middle of the room, which
Okay.
is not how I stealth usually.
Where would you have stealthed to?
It's hard
I'm
to
guessing
see.
over
I
here.
probably would have hung against the wall.
Like this wall over here?
Well, that's a column. Yeah, that wall. Yeah.
All right, Tony, move Jimmy against this wall here.
That's right.
Because that's where he would have stealthed to. He usually skulks against the walls.
Right here?
Yeah, so move him over there. And stay right there, because as Barnabas grins and looks to the dog, you know that they hold no chance, and siding with them is going to be the end of you. But you know that I will take care of you, so take care of them for me, and you will be greatly rewarded. And as he says this, he moves towards the wall directly to his side, still holding Cutter, and his feet seem to mesh into the stone as he carries Cutter up the wall 10 feet.
All right, so
Jesus.
You're walking up this wall.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just put you up here back on
That's fine, but yes, they're slowly moving up the wall.
Oh my god.
And with that, it is on Scribbles.
Oh, Scribbles, cool. All right, so where is Scribbles here on the board? Can somebody point to me? Where's my Scribbles?
He's pointing right there to Scribbles. Scribbles is right here.
Sorry, let me look on Zoom. There's
Scribbles has something up his wings.
Where again? Right there? Okay. And where are the spawns?
There's two spawns, one on top of this pillar, one that Scribbles cannot see on the other side. There is one near the entrance that pushed a boulder blocking it. And there's still one feasting on the remains of the guard over by the water.
Okay. And what's his name? Barnabas is 10 feet up the wall, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I think the can comprise 30 movement, or like he's a monk, and maybe he's got more.
Monk would have more at this level. What, level 6?
5.
Level 5, I think he has 40 feet of movement at this
40.
point.
Okay. Is he within 40 feet of the wall that you just walked up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So
you are about, if you were to be in melee with Barnabas, you're about 20 feet away from him.
Okay. Then he says, gotta do this the right way because this is Scribbles, right? How Scribbles would say. Scribbles says, you have to understand you don't have any chance here, that you will lose against me. And then he like a parrot basically. And then he runs up to the edge of that wall. And then and then as a bonus action, he's going to cast his astral, it's got a name. Arms of the astral self. And so essentially wings are going to expand and there'll be a multitude of arms and wings kind of floating out. And as you probably know, but I'll read it out for the audience since they probably don't know.
Please do.
Works. I'm going to be using a key point. And so when you do so, each creature of your choice you can see within 10 feet of you must succeed on a dex saving throw or take force damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts dice. For 10 minutes, these spectral arms hover near your shoulders or surround your arms, your choice. You determine the arm's appearance, and I already described them. They vanish early if you're incapacitated or die. When the spectral arms are present, you gain the following benefits. You can use your wisdom modifier in place of strength for strength checks. You can use spectral arm to make unarmed strikes, and you can make an unarmed strike with the arms on your turn. Your reach is for 5 feet greater than normal.
So you have a 10-foot reach with that. That is lovely.
Yeah. The unarmed strikes you make with the arms can use your wisdom modifier in place of your strength or dexterity, which is good because actually it has an 18 wisdom and a 16 dex for damage rolls and etc. So that's basically it. So essentially, Barnabas will need a dex saving throw to avoid taking damage from the spectral arms.
And as that happens, you notice you catch him by surprise as those arms shoot forth. And as they strike out to cause that damage to him, you see he looks, you see his eyes narrow for a quick moment before he shudders and twists. but he is not quick enough as he takes the hit from the arms. How much damage is it?
At this level, it looks like it's a D8 for each one, so it'd be 2D8 then, because it says 2 dice rolls.
Go for it. Roll 2d8.
Question for you, Rich DM, since you know these things. Do I also add the stat bonus for that?
I believe it would actually say 2d8 plus the modifier in the ability. If it does not have it plus, then it is just a straight 2d8.
All right.
I'm guessing this is a Way of the Astral Self monk?
Yes.
Okay, it's actually a monk I am least familiar with.
Oh, okay.
The tanker is now directly under, put him right next to where Cutter and Barnabas are. Right there. That's good for the moment. We know that he's close enough. He is within 10 feet of them.
All right, it's the first one. 13.
13
Nice.
force damage.
Nice.
Very, very nice. As I look, he is not immune to that, so he will take the full brunt of that.
Now, that was a bonus action, right? So for his action, then, so he does have 10-foot reach then, right? So you can attack.
I believe, can you actually click on the ability? It should populate in chat so I can read it real quick.
Let's do that. How about I read it to everybody again?
No.
1 second.
That is brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, Exile's pretty darn smart character choices.
It's a shame that Exile isn't here tonight. I've never got to play with them.
Oh, yeah, Exile's awesome. She's great. Okay, here we go. Boom. Whip. So roll 20 sound.
That shadow touched. No, that is not it.
Oh, is that the wrong one?
Yep, that's shadow touched.
Okay.
That's the feet.
Coming. Oh, wait, she doesn't have that power. I'm kidding. Here it is.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. No, she does.
Oh, that is so much. Okay. Benefits, you can use your wisdom. You can use the Spectral Arms to make all of your unarmed strikes. Yes. So, yes, you can make them. Now you will make them, and your attacks will use your wisdom instead of strength or dex for attack and damage, and the type is force.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have your full barrage of basic attacks using those Spectral Arms and Wings.
Now, I already used a key point and my bonus action, so I cannot do Flurry of Blows.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just do one attack. So basically, I'm going to do a regular unarmed strike, but just add 1 to it because I have my wisdom instead of my dex.
Add 1 to the attack and 1 to the damage if you hit.
Exactly. There we go.
Unfortunately, a 15. As you go to strike, this time he sees what's happening and takes a step back, swinging Cutter in the way, and your punch actually strikes off of Cutter's one of Cutter's weapons harmlessly as he just steps back out of range of that strike, and he stares at you. And with that, will that be the end of Scribble's turn?
Yes, that's movement, that's bonus action, and that is yes, that's everything.
And at that, he will take another bite towards Cutter. I'm guessing a 20 will hit.
Yes, that's a lot more damage.
You take a grand total of 17 damage, but you also lose 12 hit points from your maximum HP.
Yes.
How does Cutter look?
25 hit points.
You see Cutter's shape, that lithe, muscular form looks desiccated. The muscles look shrunken. The skin looks taut as paper against his form. And that regal build that he always carries himself with, even in his rage, you see his shoulders are slumped ever so slightly. You see his feet dangling, and even though every once in a while you see those muscles tense as he tries to get footing, they keep slipping from the wall that he is being held against. Cutter is not looking wonderful right now. And with that, we move on to Mina. Another emaciated spawn. This one over by the boulder moves up to the other side of Lucian. This one here moves to Lucian. and she is going to have
As long as you don't call me luscious.
Lucius
Lucius.
is surrounded.
Lucius, you feel. Is he currently flanked?
Yeah, because he's got one there, then one on the rock. That's technically right because they all dashed.
There's one on either side of him like this, Tony?
Yeah. At this point, because
then that will be advantage.
This one here, and then you have that one there. He basically has 3 on him at this point.
And with advantage, a 22.
That does hit.
As you are grappled.
You should get
Do I
an
make a
opposing
save?
grapple check.
No, not the way that it works. In this, if you make your attack roll with the claws, if the claws hit, they can choose to grapple instead of dealing damage. It is an automatic grapple.
Oh. So I'm grappled.
The opposing grapple rules actually were in 3, 5, and 4E. They were changed in 5th edition. You make an attack roll. If you beat the target's AC to grapple them, they are grappled until their turn.
I thought the rules said that he had the chance to do a strength. When you grapple, it's an opposing strength or dexterity. And then on their turn, they have a chance to escape that grapple.
Usually it might be that way. But when there are certain attacks, remember, specific overrules general. And even if that is the general rule specifically, a vampire or vampire spawn, instead of dealing the damage, the vampire can grapple the target, and then a DC is set for them to be able to escape on their turn. It is an automatic grapple in that regard.
Well, that's a very handsy vampire. I feel like I got the ladies all over me tonight.
I'm just double checking the grapple rules to make sure that we are in the same. The target attack action, when you go to special attack to grapple, using at least one free hand, you try to seize the target by making a grapple check, attack roll, instead of an attack roll, which is an athletics check contested. So yeah, if it was a contested roll, such as a standard grapple, yes, they would have to, but this is a grapple that is based off of their attack. It is a special grapple. It is not them actually using the grapple action.
Okay, thanks for
But
explaining
yes,
that.
you are correct. And if I were to try to just grapple you, it would be an opposed roll. This is, instead of them taking damage from the attack, they are grappled.
Rich, why do I feel like I should have worn leather coming to this party?
You'll be fine.
We're not gonna
And
die. We're
That's what they
fine.
used to-
It's
With
fine.
that, Lucius, time to be. Let's see if they can make you into a pincushion. And that is a 24.
Yeah,
You
definitely handsy.
take 4 piercing damage and 7 necrotic damage.
And the necrotic matches my max hit points. Gotcha.
Your max hit points are also reduced by 7.
I gotcha. So I'm gonna
They have advantage. How come the 8 didn't miss?
Because they're
I'm
flanking.
Oh, okay. So are we doing? Well, I guess. And Tony's thing is different for flanking, but that's fine.
Oh, what is Tony's rule for flanking?
Each person has to wait, and they have to do it simultaneously.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, but I
Your-
mean, we'll
your
just,
flanking rules.
everybody will use.
Have we ever done that before?
Flank is,
That was established in the good group last week.
For the person's actual turn.
I think
Okay.
all the way up to now, we've not been doing it that way.
He was changing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric should probably be
He
explaining.
was changing it. Yeah.
He was changing the rules over. Are you guys okay with continuing with the standardized rules since I was not familiar with that?
Oh,
this
for sure.
fight?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go with it. We're
All
go.
right.
You're the DM right now. Let's
You're a
go.
different DM, so you know.
you're
That's
the
what they're
DM.
saying in my ear as well.
Yeah.
And once again, this is the point where I get to say it. Tony may have those rules, but I'm not Tony.
Yeah, this is a vampire night. Vampires
They
don't go
wish
play
it
by the rules,
was.
do they?
They wish it was.
And with
I
that,
don't even know what the rules are.
it comes to the other vampire spawn who's finishing off that guard over there. But before they go, Barnabas moves another 30 feet up the wall until you are suspended from the ceiling. Bats
Oh,
starting
Jesus
to
Christ.
swarm around you. How high is the ceiling in this cave, Tony?
Well, we never really defined the ceiling height in this conversation.
Well, it's sort of necessary at this point. So we will say that you are now 40 feet off the ground. You are 10 feet from the ceiling. The ceiling is 50 feet off the ground.
So has Barnabas moved twice?
Yes.
Yeah, you can move twice.
I have not had a turn yet.
I know you haven't.
Okay, all right. So it's
the scary thing about legendary actions.
But you only get
how many does he get?
As many as I want. No, he has a very limited number of them per round.
Okay.
So I have a question about that since we're bringing it up, just so I understand it, because so far he's had 4 attacks and 2 movements, and I haven't gone yet. So I know you get 2 attacks as a vampire, and you get at least 1 legendary, and of course you can move. But why the extras? Is this like an extra boosted version?
3 legendary actions per turn, per round. But because of the way the initiative order went, his turn came, which replenished those legendary actions.
I thought it was 1 per round. I think you do 1 per round.
No.
I thought it was only one that could be used during his turn.
No,
legendary action.
Legendary actions can be used off turn after any other creature's turn. Vampires get 3.
Right. So basically they get 5 attacks.
Yes. Or movement. But I will tell you this much. The bite costs 2 legendary actions.
So he's out then.
He has. I will let you know this for this round. He has used all of his legendary actions. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And now it is Aaliyah. Aaliyah, seeing that spectral winged Kenku beneath them, charges forward. Tony. Aaliyah charges towards the Kenku. Is that 30 feet there, or is that more than 30 feet?
Which one is Aaliyah?
Aaliyah
is going to charge the Kenku.
Time out. Quick step back, because it probably matters. When you moved away, you would get an attack of opportunity on you.
Correct. 20. Go for it.
Okay, cool. So let me roll.
Go ahead and make that attack of opportunity. It is a single unarmed strike.
Yep. And this will be, again, add a +1 if I hit.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, that'll hit. Dealing 12. Jesus. Dealing 12 force damage. Very nice.
It's smoking, boy. It's smoking.
Smacking the shit out of Barnabas.
And then you hear, then he hits you and he says, "We are the Slayers."
You will be the slayed when I'm finished with you. Aaliyah charging forward. Let me see where this is. Aaliyah charges up to Scribbles. Her dirty, filthy, blood-stained claws, blood coating her face, hair caked to the side of her head, blood soaking down the remnants of her dress and leathers as she reaches out with her claws, screaming.
Scribbles says, "Girl, you are disgusting."
Will a 16 hit Scribbles?
Yes. Oh no, 17 armor class. Oh, look at that.
Oh, so that claw, as she comes in, those wings that are floating around Scribbles block in, taking the brunt force of that claw attack as she comes back for a second one. Come on. Tony has one of those weird rollerball mouses, and I am not used to using it. Like the thumb ball.
All right, another miss.
And in her rage, Scribbles is just able to dance away from her attacks as if they were nothing. But Scribbles is now in melee with this vile creature.
Scribbles says, "I am having fun."
Yori, you're up, and you see one of your allies attacking Barnabas.
I have to go attack them, don't I?
Yeah, but you also see one of your allies being hurt. Would you heal them?
Remember what Barnabas had said to you.
Yeah, I'm technically still under his charm. Because of that,
I will say, because he is not fully controlling you, you can choose to attack your allies and try to do it in a non-lethal way, but you do not have to use your absolute best attacks unless he requests it.
Noted.
A vampire's charm is a very dangerous thing.
This it is. Can I just do non-lethal damage with my weapon then?
If you are using a melee weapon, you can do non-lethal damage, yes. which you will want to make a note of if someone takes enough damage to drop to 0. That non-lethal disappears after an hour.
Okay.
Just to make it easier. So pretty much if someone drops to 0, they are technically still going to make death saving throws, but it is, I will say that their first failure would be negated by the non-lethal.
Okay. So it's just going to be a non-lethal with my greatsword.
All right. So you're going to be making that at Scribbles?
Whoever's the closest to me. And I'm assuming the closest. Whoever's the closest to me in this case.
Wait,
who's the closest to Yori?
I'm the closest to Yori, but I'm 10 feet in the air.
Yori is
so,
here. Who's closest to Yori? Would that...
So
No, allies.
Oh, closest allies.
I can fly, remember?
Yeah, so you're going to a 26 against Tempest.
But I'm 10 feet in the air.
You're 10 feet in the air. How tall are you, Yori?
I am 5 foot. I'm like 5'8", 5'9". I'm tall.
And you have a 5 foot reach, which if she is 10 feet in the air, you can just hit her. I will actually say that because she is above you, she would have the equivalent of partial cover, which would add a +2 to your AC, Tempest. What is your AC?
I have mage armor from last week, so that's 15. So that's 17. 17. Damn, I can't even shield because I don't have enough.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So you take 13 damage. Just make a note that it is non-lethal, and if it comes to a point of you dropping, that is one that will be important.
Okay.
That's the first attack, just by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's the first attack.
You can only attack once, by the way, if you want to.
I mean, I could. No,
the one time, the first time she actually hit something.
Yeah. Keep in mind.
How does the charm work, Rich?
She's attacking Tempest, right?
Charm, I will post it in the chat so everyone can see it here. I'll post it in the Roll20 for you guys so you can actually read it.
I'm doing Roll20 for my phone, so it's very hard to read things at the moment.
I will get rid of the fluff. The charm target regards the vampire as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. Although the target isn't under the vampire's control, it takes the vampire's requests or actions in the most favorable way it can, and it is a willing target for the vampire's bite attack. Each time the vampire or the vampire's companions do anything harmful to the target, it can repeat the saving throw. Otherwise, it lasts for 24 hours. That being said, if he tells you, help me take care of them and you will be rewarded, you are going to do that.
Yep, that is true.
He does not get to directly control each of your actions, but you are going to do your best to heed that.
Yeah. And the second one is, again, non-lethal, because I can still somehow resist him, but it's not necessarily...
Well, they're also still your allies, so... Oh!
Sorry, it's the great sword, not the short sword, I'm sorry. It's very hard doing this from a cell phone, I'm sorry.
That's fair. And because I...
Not helping, Yuri, not helping.
I'm sorry.
I am not an entire bastard, so I'm going to leave this one up to Tony. Yori misclicked her attack. Yori rolled her short sword instead of her great sword, and then the great sword directly after. Mm-hmm. The great sword is a 24, so it's definitely going to hit. Mm-hmm. But the short sword was a crit, which was what was rolled first. Mm-hmm. Do we use the crit or do we use the 24, Tony?
I'm not the DM.
I'm asking you. Oh. You always ask the chat. You want to push things off. This is your chance to be a bastard.
I don't want to be a bastard, so... But how damaged is the vampire?
Oh, no.
How's the fight going? Are they winning?
Are they winning? They've hit him a couple of times, but he's healing, and Cutter has been bitten twice.
Then she'll get the attack. If they're, I don't want them to all die. I can't do this to my...
So she gets the crit?
Oh, Jesus. It's not lethal.
Tony said give her the crit. Damage. So, Tempest, that crit...
This is all your fault.
I thought it was crit on the hard.
No, you said give
What's the question? She rolled a natural 20.
Wait, she was
that was by accident. It was with the weapon that I don't have equipped, to be fair.
Not helping, Yuri.
Sorry.
No.
You made it sound like he was attacking his shoe. Like you were.
I know how I made it sound, Tony.
That's so wrong.
I'm sorry.
That's so evil.
And she swung
Tempest.
Tempest like a fly.
Tempest, you're going to take the 13 damage. I am not going to make it a crit. I just wanted to scare you guys a little
That
bit.
was, that was
Wait,
messed up, man.
wait, who are we attacking? Tempest or Kenko?
Dude.
I'm still
Tempest.
attacking Tempest. That's
Oh,
the
it's not
second attack.
Tempest.
It's
Okay.
still Tempest. I get 2 attacks.
No, I'll take the crit. I don't mind taking the crit.
No,
It's
no.
non-lethal.
It was-
gonna get
it
energy
was-
questions.
Sorry.
Don't
It was a
matter. It's not lethal. I'm squishy. Like
It was a misclick, which is the
Misclick,
same as
yeah.
rolling a die and the die going off the table. So the crit does not count. You take the 13 from the second great sword strike. Not that that's going to help you too much. I mean, that's already what, 26, 25, 26 damage you've taken?
Sorry.
26 damage.
No, you're
Yori,
not.
those are your two basic attacks. Do you have anything else you would like to do?
As of right now, no. Let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that for now because I think, as in my mind, in Yuri's mind, I think she's done enough to help Barnabas.
Fair enough. Cutter, it is now on you.
Yeah, so I have a question. If I well, actually, no, don't even have to ask you the question, I think. Yeah. So he just has you carry him up and he says, yes, you can bite me, but that's not where you can bite me. And I would like to know if I can get an advantage on this as a surprise. First, I'm going to do reckless attack to even out my disadvantage. And I want to bite the sucker back, which will be 1 point of damage plus strength. I'm going to bite his ass. I'm going to bite right in the neck. So let me know if I could get advantage on it to overcome the disadvantage with the reckless.
Give me 1 moment.
Very, very flavorful.
I'm going to RPG to role play to the end, baby.
Yep. Yummy, yummy. Biting vampires. Bite them back.
So before you answer, real quick, Rich, before you answer, my saving throw, can I do that after I attack?
You have to use your action to break the grapple. So, before you have rolled anything, yes, you can gain advantage on that attack by trying something of that nature. I will give that to you.
But I can't, of course, attack and then do the saving throw.
Correct. It's a grapple check. Yeah, it's a strength saving throw to break the grapple, or you can get your full attack, your attack barrage off on him.
Yeah. You know what? Sorry, stream. Fuck this guy. I bite him.
Roll your attack with advantage.
All right. Now, granted, I don't know the effects of biting a vampire, but I'm going to find out if I hit. But,
He turns into a vampire. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that.
so I guess I'll roll just a regular D20.
You're gonna roll a strength attack roll with advantage. So pretty much roll your weapon attack and subtract any magical modifiers you would have from it.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let me do that. So go ahead and we can subtract 2 from my magic sword.
Was it a 24 to hit? And that will do 1 plus your strength plus your rage.
So it's 4, 5 total.
Good description.
All right,
Yeah, so-
Cutter.
Yeah. So
You
again,
say that. Repeat what you repeat what you were saying.
Yeah, he says you can bite me, but not there. And then I lunge forward in a rage and latch on your neck and just start biting. Start trying to tear at the flesh and trying to, like a mad dog would.
As you say that, those of you that can still see Cutter in this glowing cave, the dim light from within, you hear Cutter say that. He lunges forward, still in that grasp, reaching up weakly, grabbing the forearms of Barnabas, pulling himself in close, and sinking his teeth into the shoulder of this vampire that has him suspended in the air. And for a split moment, you see a look of shock cross Barnabas's face as you feel flesh tear beneath your teeth and a thick, acrid sludge of fluids fill your mouth. Cutter, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I kind of figured.
You know it was coming, dude.
At disadvantage.
Okay. Just because I'm eating him?
Because you bit him, dude. It's disgusting.
I'm kidding. I can't see roll 20 as
that was a single Constitution. That was a 25. I need one more from you.
All right. I'll make them both. No worries.
You probably will. You have a nice con.
It's 14. All right, here we go. Let's do it, baby.
You literally did a 25 and a 25.
Yes.
Wow.
I spit his blood in his face.
And that taste fills your mouth. You hawk it and you spit it back in his face.
And for my second attack action, I'm going to use my free action to pull my +2 longsword out and try and stick him right in the heart.
Go ahead. Go ahead and give me the attack at disadvantage, or give me the attack at a normal roll because you used reckless attack.
Exactly. Here we go. Come on, Cutter. Do some damage, baby.
Come on, Cutter Butter. You can do it.
A 22 will absolutely hit, dealing 13 damage as you stab into his chest. The blade clinks into his sternum as you just push it in with all of your strength that is quickly fading from your body, and just start dragging the blade up, splitting that chest open into that white meat, and you see the muscle is desiccated, and you see the bone beneath as it starts to split wide.
You can drop me anytime, Barnabas. That was my turn.
With another 13 fucking damage. Christ, Cutter.
Magic.
Yes. And with that, it is on Jimmy.
Right. So I have been under cover of darkness this whole time.
Mm-hmm. You are still, as far as you are concerned, and as far as all of these creatures are concerned, you are hidden from them. You will have advantage on your first attack against any creature.
For sure. And I need to get under Cutter, so if he falls, his fall is broken.
So Jimmy is going to be moving from this wall underneath where Cutter is, so put him next to the wall so we know that he is currently underneath Cutter.
But before I move, I'm going to shoot an arrow with my short bow from stealth, and so I'm rolling from D&D Beyond, so I have to do it 2 times. And well, that doesn't look like it's very.
That's also Jimmy. Just that's also the dagger that rolled.
Oh darn! Yeah. Okay. Well,
go ahead and roll the short bow. Just
that would be at a -1 then. Right?
No, roll the short bow. Roll. Do not count those 2 rolls.
Okay. Please don't miss this time.
Counting those rolls.
Yeah, and
that is a 20 to hit.
There we go.
And that one does hit.
A 20 will hit. Yes.
Right. Okay. So there we go.
And he is within 80 feet, so that is not an issue.
And that's does that do my sneak attack? I'm not seeing my sneak attack there.
It did 4 plus 12 for your damage, so I'm assuming because you're rolling from.
I think that
D&D
does
Beyond,
include my sneak attack. Yes.
That's a lot of damage for a short bow because a short bow is only a D6.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so 16 piercing damage.
And is that bow magical?
It is not. No.
So as that arrow sinks in, and you have a perfect shot, catching him directly in the stomach, the arrow pierces into the fletching, and then you see, whether it be the muscular system or something, that arrow starts getting pushed out. And it seems like that arrow was not nearly as effective as it should have been.
Just almost immediately. All right.
Yes.
Then I move under Cutter, and I'm not going to use any of my bonus actions. I'm just going to open my stubby little arms and say, Cutter, I've got you! As he dangles from the ceiling.
40 feet up.
Yeah, exactly.
With that, we come to Helen.
All right, so looking at where I am at, is there any way that I can get in range for everybody? Because I want to cast a healing spell, DM, and I can't really see too well, like the terrain with the fog and where everybody's at. I need to be within 30 feet of all of, up to 6 people I can heal. So is there a place that...
But is it also, does it state specifically people you can see as well?
Let me see. I will tell you in a second. Yes. 6 creatures of my choice that I can see within range to regain what I can roll.
All right. And what is the range of it once more?
30 feet. I have to be within 30 feet of them.
So unfortunately, Cutter is going to be out of your range as he is 40 feet in the air, unless you have a way to get into the air.
Well, and Aasimar, can I fly a little bit to get up there?
You have your ability once per day where you can generate your wings and fly. They last for a minute.
Okay, does that take up my action though?
I believe that is Yuri, you're a paladin, you're an Aasimar as well. That's a
bonus action.
That is a bonus. That is technically a bonus action because that should be one of her features.
Yes, it's a feature that is a bonus action to do so, so it would not block you from using your spell this turn.
And it also has some other effects too when she opens her wings.
So,
that would...
the necrotic shroud, you mean, for the wings? Is that right, Yuri?
You're a fallen Aasimar, yes?
Yes, but I am a fallen Aasimar, so I have...
if you click that necrotic shroud, it'll come up in the chat telling everyone exactly what it is you can do.
It gives you a plus. It should be a plus of whatever your level is, plus to your attack. So, like, that's how much the necrotic is. So it goes up to level 20, I believe it is.
Once on your turn, you can have one attack or spell deal 5 points of extra necrotic damage to one target. But I'm not looking to attack, obviously. I'm looking to heal. So I don't want to use this if it's going to waste the attack.
Your necrotic shroud is your ability. Does that also sprout your wings or no? Hello?
Yeah, I'm looking. I thought it did. Let me just look real quick.
I'm Googling it as well, just to pull it up real quick. There's that, and that's the thing, guys. Dealing with 5e, there are so many different rules. There are so many different things that go on. It is impossible for any DM or player to remember every feature and every ability. You are a fallen Aasimar necrotic shroud.
No, you know what? It's not going to work. It's flightless
wings.
Wings. They're flightless wings. I just looked it up myself. So they're flightless. That's not going to work. So she does want to heal the party. And she can't get to Cutter, so she can't climb up 10 feet to get within Cutter's distance, right?
30. Correct. To be within as many players as possible, you would not be able to get Cutter. But I will say that if you move here, from where you currently are, that will give you partial view of... Oh, no, he's over there. Sorry, I was looking at the vampire spawn. You will not be able to see Lucian if you were to be in the middle to get everybody else. But you also cannot heal Cutter from where you were at. You are in a hard spot right now where you have 2 allies that are being heavily damaged by these creatures, and you have to choose which way to go.
Okay, so right now I know that Tempest and I know Lucian has been damaged. I don't believe that Jimmy's been damaged, and I don't, or Raven, no, right? So you haven't been damaged.
Not been, no.
And how about
and Scribbles has not been damaged either.
Scribbles hasn't been damaged, and neither has Yuri, right?
No, Yuri has not been damaged, but Yuri is technically your enemy at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm not attacking Yuri, so Yuri has no reason to come after me. So she's going to get between Tempest then and Lucian.
Okay, so pretty much where you're at, if you move back once, where you're at currently, you can see both of them.
Okay, so I don't want to
take. And they're both within
attacks
30 feet of you.
Yeah, I don't want to take attacks of opportunity, so whatever movement I need to do that.
Yeah, you are, where you currently stand, you are safe to do so.
Okay, so Helen will go down on one knee, and she will say, Father, Lord Hades, these are not your spawn. Please empower your servant. Please give me the power to heal. And she will stand up, and she will cast... Prayer of Healing?
Prayer of Healing, very nice. Targeting Tempest and Lucian, correct?
Yes, and it will
Lucius.
Lucius, I'm
Lucius.
sorry.
I did the same thing.
Lucius, Lucian, they're too close together.
Same thing for like a whole year.
Your name is now Ted.
It was like a running joke.
Just don't call me Lucy.
And how much damage did you guys? You guys took quite a bit of damage, right?
They both did.
Tempest has taken 26, and Lucius has taken quite a bit as well.
Okay, so I'm going to cast this at, don't want to do this, but I will, it's like feeding these guys. We're just feeding them.
We appreciate you.
I know you do.
We do. We do.
I feel so sorry right now.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
I'm sorry.
Did you guys miss me?
We didn't
So
start
I will roll it.
fire.
I will roll it in d20. So it'll be the 3d8 plus 3. So let me roll that.
All right. And they will both get the same amount of healing.
Correct. Thank you. 3d8 plus 3.
Is Helen the last in turn order?
Yes, this will be the end of round 1.
I think we should take a rest at the end of round 1. Like an actual rest from the game to
Yeah, we're going to be taking a break at the end of this turn.
Do a short rest?
Both a short rest. No. Lucius and Tempest, you both regain 13 hit points as
No,
Helen's...
it's actually 16 because it's the 13 plus the 3.
That's added in there. 3d8
right?
plus 3. No, the 13 is added in.
Oh, it is there? Okay, good. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Unfortunately, you rolled 4, 3, and 3.
Rich,
So-
does
Yeah,
this
didn't
holy
roll as good as I
healing
want.
overcome the undead maximum penalty?
The maximum penalty will not go away until certain criterion are met. I am
Even
sorry.
if it's holy?
Even if it's holy, especially if it's holy. As you say your prayer, Helen, and you feel that energy course through you, and you push that healing out to your allies, trying to seal their wounds and fix their injuries, you feel it's much harder, almost as if your powers are somehow dampened or muted in this place, and it takes more concentration and more strength for you to push that power out, as if the ground itself, as if this chamber itself is fighting against your holy powers.
Well, I don't have
But-
holy powers, and you guys, when I heal you, you will get the usual sick to your stomach feeling, but then you'll be getting some healing.
And as the energy comes out, both of you are healed for 13 hit points each, but you feel that it's almost as if this place is awash with negative energy.
Okay, so then Helen will stand up after she opens her hands and heals her allies. And then after that feeling, you're saying, like, I felt like I had to push this healing out, I will say, my Lord Hades, please, we need your help and guidance. Please guide your servant. And she will look up to see where Cutter is, to see if she can spot him and think next. As she looks at by the way, I wanted to ask a quick question too. As the fireball hit him, did it seem like it really didn't do much damage?
Oh no, it seemed like it did. It's just usually a reaction like that, you would notice a greater reaction from somebody. That did not seem like it was muted in any way against him.
So does she think that maybe he's a bit resistant?
You do not think so, no.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You have you have your movement and a bonus action remaining, Helen.
Okay. Well, I have to take I did an action, so I don't. Do I have a bonus action too?
You still have a bonus action, yes. If you have a cantrip, you can cast a cantrip spell. You can use any of your classes or racial features or abilities that require a bonus action, and you can still move.
So the only bonus action I have I can't really use. So I'm going to see if I can move.
Where is it you would like to move, Helen?
I see that Lucius is grappled.
Lucius is grappled right here, yes.
So she is going to move over to where Lucius is grappled.
Okay.
And
she's going to move over next to this spawn, next to the grapple.
Yes. And she will say, I am spawn, but you are not the spawn that I am.
Mm-hmm.
To the creature.
Okay. And as you do so, she pulls her face away, and a spray of Lucius's blood sprays into the air. She turns and looks at you. You see those pupils that were once dilated are pinpricks of just pure blackness as she looks at you and just grins. And at that point, ladies, gentlemen, and all those that do not prescribe, we have finally completed round 1 of combat.
You're joking, right? I thought that was like round 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
and with that,
again, I have a cloak of displacement on, just so you know.
Good to know. That is actually, yes. Let me know that if you get attacked.
Yes.
With that, we are going to take our regularly scheduled break, which I think is much needed for everyone in this stressful time.
Getting our butts kicked tonight, guys.
We'll be fine. We're not gonna die.
I wish vampires had more
I just
action.
love how the one that has like the most HP out of like all of us is like, we'll be fine. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
What's funny is Yuri's laughing, but she doesn't realize that if the rest of us go down, then she's just dog meat.
Yeah. Yes. She's yummy dessert.
Look how strong I am, guys. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, so Yuri slightly does actually realize that, unfortunately. And unfortunately, there's not much she can do about that until she gets out of this, because I have not been given a signal as to whether I can get out of this or not. I don't enjoy this as much as you guys do.
Probably the answer is no.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to keep you guys alive right now, but like I do have something that I could help with Yuri, but it's an action, so I'd have to use my action to try and break her charisma or her.
I do have to say, I have missed you guys greatly.
Oh, I can bet. I can bet.
Where you at? Why don't you come back?
I don't know you, but it
You can be a
shows.
player. You can be one of the Slayers.
You know, I know, Rich, you always did want to kill me, so.
Oh, absolutely.
Even as a character.
Selenar never got their moment to backstab Lucius, so this is my turn to do so. No, Lucius, the only reason you're being targeted is because you used radiant energy.
Oh, I know. Lucius knows exactly what he did. But
let's be clear to the audience, though. Let's be clear to the audience that Rich actually wants to kill Josh.
Yes, it has nothing to do with D&D. It is very much he should be very scared if I ever get his address. No, guys, I have to admit, it is so good to be back, and I've actually been in touch with Tony quite a bit in the recent few days. One, for this, but also because my schedule is very hectic. I have a lot of stuff going on, and I can't commit to playing regularly, but I won't be so much of a stranger as I was. I will be back from time to time to step in, whether it be as an enemy or as an ally. I will come in when I can. I will join you guys when I am able to. And so far, this has been a pleasure for me to be able to run. The moment Tony said you guys wanted a challenge and he said that there were going to be vampires, I told him, I'm like, I could run them for you. And I have never heard him agree to something so quickly in my life. There wasn't even a moment's hesitation when I said I could run them that he was, yes, please, yes. So here I am.
Now he's like, maybe I should have just given the deck of many things.
No, I hate that. No, absolutely not.
I will tell you guys this. You are dealing with intelligent creatures that are absolutely optimizing their combat prowess and separating and isolating you guys. I do not pull my punches when I run creatures. If you were fighting a bunch of Ankegs or Boulets, they would act like very low intelligence creatures, but these guys are not dumb. They are going to.
Most of them are dumb. Just Barnabas is the one, right? He's the one who controls them.
No.
Just because they're vampires doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
Spawn are not mindless. They have a full mind and capability of their own. One of your party members could have been a vampire spawn this entire time and you would not know it. They can hide in, well, I mean, it would take a little bit of makeup or magic to do so, but yeah, vampire spawn can absolutely infiltrate regular society.
Tempest.
She's not a
How did you know? I was hiding in plain sight.
Let's not also mention the fact that
All those secrets,
he
Tempest.
decided to go after the one person who can actually do damage to him, i.e. Hi.
Well, he charmed you because you liked to run your mouth quite a bit, so he wanted to
doesn't like
put
to be
you in
called
your
a dog.
place. He grabbed Cutter because Cutter stated that he is the face and the voice of the party, so of course the one that was directing him, directly interacting with him the most would be the one to go.
Cutter was he was raging in general. He wasn't raging to fight.
Mm-hmm.
He was just kind of, hi, I'm
He
raging.
called her a dog, to be fair.
I like how
I
she
didn't
talks
like
shit,
that.
and I'm the one suffering.
I'm sorry! I did not want to attack you, damn it! I
Tempest.
don't enjoy that.
Tempest, to be fair, Yuri chose to attack you.
This is for all the. She's like, this is for all the time you've been talking shit about me. I mean,
All right, guys, I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to pass the headphones back over to Tony, and you can rail him apart for what he has put you guys through. And it is so good to see you guys. I will be back when we are ready to continue.
Dry off this water.
Sounds
Yes.
The
All right, Rich.
monster
I'm
is
enjoying
awesome.
this, but I'm really going to
creates a
enjoy my
lot of
long rest
liquid.
as well when I get my
I
max
love
hit
you, real
back.
game effects.
Go ahead, Tony. Step on in.
Feel free to sponsor us. We love your products, Real Game Effects. All right, let me sit down and all right, let me put myself in the right frame of mind to hear their crap talking. Here we go.
All I have to say is he had 3 attacks on me, and I'm the one that bit his neck and stabbed him. So
Ooh.
whatever goes down, I still got a chunk of his flesh and spit it in his face.
Well, you went all Lost Boys on him, man. You bit the vampire. Did you hear me back when I'm like, join us, Michael. Join us. Drink us, Michael.
I'm hoping that sunbeam that I did, pretty much that electrical sunbeam, I'm hoping that did double damage. I'm not sure because I said 17, so maybe it did 34 damage. Hopefully
I
it
have a
did.
question.
Like a vulnerability.
Did
Yeah,
he
hopefully
say
they
that-
had a vulnerability to that. I think they did.
I think they can't regenerate it. I know that's one thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
they can't. They're not supposed to be able to regenerate if they take radiant damage. And I thought that they only have 3 legendary actions.
I need some
Period.
coffee.
Not per round.
Yeah, I think it goes per round. They get to replenish them. They have to
No.
roll 6. They have to roll a d6, and if they get a 5 or 6, they get to replenish.
No, that's not the way it usually goes. Legendary actions are huge. You know, to get 3 like out of turn actions just to do anytime you want. That's pretty
a
big.
lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Especially when
you can't
you're-
have that
especially when
every
you're-
single turn. That's overpowering.
Well,
We're
good
doing
luck. We'll
everybody-
do this. We can make it. We can do it, guys.
Yeah. Just keep.
We
just
got
keep-
Hades on our side.
We got that vampire, guys. Everybody focus on that sucker. That's the only reason I didn't try and break free. I was like, I may go down, but I'm gonna take off some hit points.
Can't stop me now.
Calico Jack asks, how do you figure he'd have 3 attacks and that would be it?
Well, considering he's also a boss, he also has his legendary actions. So he not only
Use them all,
has
though.
like
He's a vampire. He shouldn't have that many legendary actions.
well,
Not every single round. No.
I think it really depends on how the DM makes it. Because
Hey guys, just to let just to
Yeah.
let you know, you're live right now, so they can hear you,
Oh,
which
I
is
know.
fine.
That's
But y'all
fine.
talking
oh
about-
wait, yeah,
a
we
lot.
know, we
I
know.
like
is
it.
a
I
lot.
love this. I'm loving this. I'm really loving this challenge, and I think it's definitely going to make us think twice before we ever talk to a vampire again.
Pretty much.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, just for the audience and for Tony and Rich as well, who are actually listening to this, I do actually enjoy the challenge. This is kind of what I'm used to, and you seeing me panic, that's just normal. I'm fine with the challenge. I'm actually kind of happy that Helen actually asked for the
I think
extra
she's
challenge.
just fine with
anyway.
being charmed by a vampire, so she can hit everybody else. Really,
I think she's still charmed.
Well, no.
I think she still is charmed, technically.
Yeah, you know what? I was happy.
Technically.
Like, I'm happy. I thought I was gonna die by a vampire and become a vampire, not be smited to death. But
that can still happen.
So-
She's doing unlethal
To
damage
be
to you.
fair, I didn't use my smite on you. I have
She's
I
doing
didn't use
unlethal
non-lethal
yeah, if you
damage.
did, I
didn't
would be
smite you
dead.
yet. Exactly.
Wait,
No,
wait.
you'd be
So
dead,
when is
dead.
she gonna
I would've
lose
killed your
her
character.
smite ability because she's using it against her own god? Not against her own god, but against the will of her god.
Well, not necessarily.
I don't actually know who your god is.
So am I to believe though? What y'all telling me is you don't miss me? You don't want Tony combat back?
We do love you,
Oh,
Tony.
we
Don't
want
get
Tony
that
back.
wrong.
Don't you
We
dare
love
say
you,
that.
Tony. I think, to be fair, it has been a very long time since I've played or ever had Rich as a DM, so it's just nice to see Rich in
I
general.
don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I miss him.
It's nice
I
to
knew
see
it
him.
would. I knew y'all would love that. That would be cool. That you kind of get to see Rich, and at the same point, he also gets to give you this cool vampire challenge that I know y'all wanted here, and all that. So
And hammer. We got a spammer.
actually,
My computer decided to go off air for the entire hour and a half we had game.
Wow.
well, let me talk a little bit about our. Again, thank you for any followers tonight. Thank you to all the viewers that have come. I hope y'all are enjoying the show. Like I said, we've had a season 1, we've had a season 2. We started this almost like 2 years ago, and if you could see, we've had a huge improvement, both just technically and everything, just from our first show all the way to now, and that's all because of you guys, all you supporters. Everything you give us, we put right back into the show. The equipment, I always say this Blue Yeti mic because it's one of my favorite things that y'all got me. The Fog Monster 2, all those things are paid for by your support. So again, thank you. We have other shows. You can check out the schedule. We're going to be updating the schedule soon because we're going to be starting a painting show where, Reaper is now going to be giving us minis to paint, as well as their big stuff. They're giving us a boat, the new boat that just came out from their Kickstarter. So yeah, all these really cool things. So you'll be able to hang out and just watch Jay paint. He's a really nice guy, and he'll be in there just, kind of like a whole Bob Ross vibe, just, hanging out and chilling out. And I'll be there too in chat. Usually when I'm a lot more active in chat tonight, simply because although I'm moving the piece around and stuff, when I'm DMing, obviously it's hard to talk in chat, so you're seeing me a lot more. And yeah, and you can also check out on our YouTube channel. We want to re-air actually that game that we had in Founders and Legends, because it was really an honor to be in that game. I mean, it's called Founders and Legends. You're playing with some of the best people in the industry. I mean, Luke Gaiax, Stefan Bricorni, Ann Carlton was in there, David, but yeah, all these people, were just in there. And of course, me and Eric were in there rocking, so we were doing our little thing that we always do. I was a cleric this time, and Eric, I think you were like an investigator or something, right?
No, I was an illusionist. We're talking about
Illusionist. Oh, that's right. The gnome. That's right. That's right.
I was a
It was a sad one.
You had the gluten allergy. That's right, because he had a gluten allergy. See, he has so many cool characters. I start confusing because the other one was, yeah, she, I'm gonna get you, she. That was the first time. That was the first time we played. So he has a lot of cool characters, and we kind of bounce off each other. So yeah, if you watch that game, you'll see us playing. Everybody dressed up and everything is really fun. So yeah, we just do a lot of stuff. You can check out our sponsors too. I know I'm doing all the commercial and selling stuff, so I apologize out there in the internet world, but we got to keep the lights turned on and somehow. So this is how you do it. And and what's nice is we have sponsors that actually have cool stuff. So like I said, Reaper Minis, Trollord Games, they are awesome. You can go ahead and check out their their page. I put their link down there. That lets you see just again all the supplements and modules and everything. Of course, stat trackers. And you can also click on all those logos right there on our page as well. And of course, D&D Creative Table Assembly. I can't talk about them enough, is because that's where you'll see a lot of my stuff. I'm always posting on there, always. And now that they support us, they have over like 20,000 people. So I think they're like one of the top 10 Dungeons and Dragons pages on
awesome. It's
Facebook.
a great group.
They're huge.
Group.
It is.
I'm there all the time. Yeah, and it makes me feel very inadequate as a Dwarven Forge guy, even though I have some pretty good setups. They have some great setups there.
Yeah, there's people. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Eric, you're right. They got people that put me to shame. Like this freaking crazy. It's just insane. What I really like is just, numbers are, saying it got 20,000 members. That's cool. But numbers aren't everything. You can have a lot of jerks, but like Eric was saying, it's a really nice group. So what did you post in there, Eric? Like, what was your first post?
It's stuff that I'd done even before I met you, right? So I have a huge double tower setup. I basically took all of the large towers that I had and built them on top of another fortress structure. So it was super, super high counting the fortress because they're on top of the roof. And then I had a walkway in between them. And yeah, and from the angles I was able to take, it looks really tall because it was that. And then some really cool stuff with a combination of forests and some ruined castle stuff. And then, varieties of stuff from other games that I've played. Yeah, I mean, Dwarven Forge is great. It really is such an excellent way to communicate the world while you're playing it, give people a vision and immerse them. That's why I like this stuff so much.
Yeah, that's why I go there, man. I've just been, like I said, you could see my first build, I think up there, was just like one of my dungeons, because I didn't have all these Dwarven Forge pieces to start. It's like everybody else, you just start collecting and you amass and you tell yourself, I can remember I got it, and the first sets I got were actually I actually have them right here under my table, because I have a bunch of stuff squished under this. Pulling down the curtain here, gotta be careful. Pulling down this curtain, there you're gonna see everybody from behind. Oh, hold on.
I'll just take this opportunity while you're digging to tell everybody that the Pandominium is changing dates. It's going from every second Sunday to every second Wednesday. So join us on this coming Wednesday for Pandominium. It's a dungeon crawl straight from hell. It's a real, like, pretty classic dungeon crawl where you just go in. It's all combat and traps and environmental hazards and that kind of stuff. So check that out this coming Wednesday. You can see that on Nerdbauchery.
We'll have to update our schedule then. Thank you for saying that, Ray, because I have it on our schedule. That's why I just tell people check our schedule now. But yeah, we'll have to update that. So yeah.
And pray tell, Jimmy, can you tell us what time that is?
That will be at 7:30. There's so many different start times. I have to think about it, but it's 7:30.
But yeah, these are the pieces like I originally bought. If you just want to see something funny, these are the resin pieces. And I like the resin pieces, the stone, because they actually feel like stone and everything. They're much harder to build stuff with because it's not magnetized. And if you drop these, they're gonna break. Whereas with the newer Dwarvenite material, you could bang those things with the hammer. They'll be here long after we're all dead. And the people watching this show, even after your kids are dead, this stuff will be around. It's made out of PVC material. It's like plastic, man. It doesn't break down, so it's gonna be here forever. So yeah, it's really cool. This is my first stuff. I think Rich is back, so in a moment we're gonna get started. I'm gonna shove this back under the table, and then we're gonna get to rocking on. Let me see if,
Hey, so guys, group, try to murder that vampire above all else.
Still trying to break out of this.
Yeah, that's my idea. Is
he regenerates.
vampire before the spawn.
That's the overall goal, to be honest. However, I'm sorry if I hurt anyone in the process.
It's
Well,
going to be
something-
hard to do that because he probably has a boat ton and he regenerates every single time.
Well, this is why I'm saying we have to stay on him, because if we don't, then there's zero chance that we win. Right?
Yeah.
Like we have to just, no matter what's going on, loading on him. And fast when he regenerates. He regenerates 20. So, and then of course another, all the hit points he sucked out of me too, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but we've hit him several.
He can't
times.
regenerate. He can't regenerate with damage, the kind of damage that Josh is doing.
Yeah, Josh is, I know, but I mean, but he's
Yeah,
he's
he's our
regenerated
powerhouse.
a lot of stuff that he took from like scribbles, and like he's gonna be regenerating the stuff he got from.
I don't think he can actually. I think it's further per round.
He
Oh.
regenerates by sucking your blood right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He can regenerate from that, and I think he has probably most likely has resistance to, regular normal damage more than likely, which is why the arrow popped back out.
Yeah,
But,
he's resistant. Yeah. So Cutter's not going to make it through the round. So just take advantage of the fact that I'm next to him for like backstabbing, if you can do it in time, and just blast him. Just because I'm going to go, I'm not going to make it because he gets like 3 attacks before I even go. So
Well, we got to stop Yuri from attacking us.
Well,
Yes.
I'm going to do that next.
Am I free from that vampire?
Yeah.
Did you free me, Helen?
Don't know.
I'm still
You're still grappled.
Okay.
Helen is attempting to get the vampire to go to her rather staying on you.
Gotcha. Okay, so it didn't listen. Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, that sucks.
we're still on Burb right now.
I do believe we're live chat though. We are hot Mick, I believe.
Right. I love it. I had no idea that they get like 500 attacks, but aside from that, I love it. Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's great. I mean, it's awesome that they can't just get overwhelmed by action economy, right?
So where are we right now, guys? Because we're in the
We're in the under.
the Underdark. Okay. Oh, really? We're in the Underdark. Okay.
Yeah, we went to the
Right, 'cause you're
Underdark to
gone.
follow Jimmy's dream.
So this would be sort
Jimmy's
of like
dream.
So this
This
is
would
all
be sort
Jimmy's
of
fault,
Helen's-
just so you know.
Helen's this isn't like the underworld area, is it?
No, just not far enough down
No,
south for that.
It's a
Not far enough
different
down
realm.
south. Okay.
No. Yeah, I go a little bit farther to the the Hell's Furnace area.
No,
I
it's
don't
not hell. It's before hell.
I
It's
don't
where
suppose
good people go.
good people, but we're not good people though.
We're not. No.
I haven't
also-
actually met any good people, so whatever.
Also, I don't suppose what
I'll
I
have to take
have
your
can be
word.
taken off with like a lesser resto or a greater resto. No.
Greater restoration.
The greatest thing
Damn
I
it.
think, the
Greater
greatest
work.
thing I think about Yuri right now is she's like, I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to be nice to you, Tempest. I'm just gonna knock you out so the vampires can turn you instead of I'm gonna try to kill you so they can't turn you.
Regardless, I'm still gonna die. Probably. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, but I'm gonna die a
Um,
lot faster than you. So
Hey, Hey, be
But then you'll be
glad I
undead.
didn't use my smite against you.
Oh my
Be
god,
glad
that
I
would have
used
been
the smite.
terrible.
I have level 2 now, so I have 3d8. That's not
Yeah.
including us. That's not including a crit. If I were to crit, that's double. Be thankful.
You know what's crazy? I would have rather took that crit than the actual greatsword hit.
That would have been if we would have taken the crit. That would have been 41, and knowing it would please Barnabas, I would have had to use smite. So it would have been 68 on top of that. 68 on top of the 42. 42.
You know,
plus the
barbarian is
68.
looking kind of fun, you know?
I pretty much just killed Tempest right then and there. So be glad, actually.
You
Now,
know,
that would have been a spanking right there.
I would have killed Tempest. Like, killed Tempest, if I'm being very honest with you guys.
Again, I think you're enjoying your braggadociousness, which won't be fun when you're the only person standing when
It's
everybody
me
else
and I
is
die.
down. And then, yeah, he says, all right, now, dog. You're like, what? I was just showing them that.
You look tasty, dog. We're hungry.
I'm
What
pretty
up,
sure
dog?
that will happen.
Children eat. That's it.
Yep.
Catching up a little bit, and then the game will be underway. Is
Yeah, for sure.
everybody
And
ready?
let's stay hot. Let's stay hot mic'd too.
We're staying hot mic'd.
Okay, Josh.
Right now you are not.
Everyone falls silent.
I mean, technically, Aasimar do actually have dark vision, so I have 60 feet of dark vision, actually. Just for Calico
Also,
Jack.
one thing for the Aasimars to remember: you are resistant to radiant and I believe necrotic damage.
Correct.
Yes, that is
So,
correct.
a vampire's blood drain on you, the necrotic portion of that would be halved.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Did I ever tell you I'm half Aasimar?
Well, if you're half Aasimar, you get half of their abilities. Unfortunately, there is no quartering of damage, so you take the full thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I've always
it's just
felt like
got to
I wanted
round
to,
all the
you
way
know-
down.
Ass. You're half ass because that's the half ass.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Yes,
shut
he
All
up.
right, guys.
Yes, he
Guys,
Oh,
just so
hi.
you know, and just so the chat can understand, everything that has just happened from the moment that Cutter went into his rage to where we stand right now,
Took 6
all of
seconds.
that was 6 seconds of action.
6 seconds.
So, that being said, we are now entering the second round of combat.
There we go. We're back.
Welcome back.
Oh, hi.
Still CP right there.
Let's
And
go.
with that, we come to the top of the second round of combat with Tempest.
Okay. I did not like Yuri hitting me like that, so I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Yuri.
Cool. What save do you want?
Lit.
That is a DC set. Hold on, I'm gonna click it right now. Give me a second. It's a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Sure.
I'm gonna spend.
Can
two
she choose
sorcery-
to fail it? Can she choose to fail
No.
it? Okay.
Saves do
because-
not work that way.
I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken that and make that a bonus action cast, and then I want to see if she fails this first though.
Okay.
Hold on. My roll 20 isn't working. Hold on.
All right. So, Yuri, are you having issues with roll 20 still?
My computer just got restarted, so I'm still doing that, but I'm still signed in on my phone, so it's okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Doing this from a cell phone is not fun, people.
No, it is not.
And it's a Nokia, isn't it?
iPhone.
I'm kidding. It was a
Same.
Right over.
Well, hey, you got to give Nokia credit. They don't break when they fall.
That's true. Like a lot of those ancient
Okay,
relics
there we go.
are still in museums and stuff.
Wisdom save. There we
Okay,
go.
please miss. Miss. Yes, yes, you missed.
God.
That is a
So-
failure.
Yes. So she is under the effects of whole person. You get to make that save at the end of your turn.
Cool.
And I'm gonna quicken that with spend 2 sorcery points to quicken that, and I'm gonna
making it a bonus action.
Making it a bonus action, and then I'm gonna use firebolt at the vampire.
At Barnabas.
Yes. 26.
Oh! 26 will absolutely hit.
With 10 fire damage. Oh
Dealing
my God.
10 points of fire damage to Barnabas as you cast Hold Person on Yori, her great sword in the middle of the air over her head with both hands coming in for another swing at you. You cast it and you see all of her muscles lock up and freeze in place. Seeing that with that split-second action, you turn, pointing your fingers out, shooting a burst of fire towards Barnabas that hits him center mass, igniting him once more and letting him scream out in just rage and anger as he looks down at the battlefield below him. And with that, you have your movement. What do you do?
I'm getting the hell away from Yuri.
Move from her vicinity.
She can't move at all, though, right?
She can't move at all.
She's just locked, so don't worry about it.
She's locked in place.
No, I thought, can you do every turn? I thought it was it.
At the end of her turn, she can make a save to break it, but that will be her entire turn.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I still in the air?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless your ability ends at the end of your round. Like, what ability is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in.
Click that ability real quick just so I can see it. Oh, fly up to 10 feet. Actually, that doesn't put you in the air. It just lets you shoot 10 feet and you hit the ground at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So you were technically not 10 feet in the air during that entire thing.
Didn't matter. It still fucked me up.
Yeah.
I guess I will run past Yuri to try to get a little bit closer to Scribbles, but I want to be far enough away from the vampire spawn.
What is far enough away on your...
Like, at least, I guess...
How far from the spawn do you want to be?
Well, at least 10 feet.
All right, so move Tempest closer to Scribbles, but she wants to be 10 feet away from the vampire spawn at least.
10 feet away?
Yeah. Towards the Kenku.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It'll be 25 feet.
That would put within 10 feet of the vampire spawn. It's 5, 10. So right.
Okay, so putting you right there will put you 10 feet away from the spawn and put you closer to Scribbles. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, that's fine. And that's the end of my turn.
And that is the end of your turn. With that, it is now on Lucius. Not to be confused with Lucian or Lucy.
Get the vampire.
Lucius, you are currently grappled and surrounded.
Yeah, I see that. And
Vampire.
I'm thinking in my mind, in the split 6 seconds that I have, if I have any kind of spells in my repertoire to blow everybody away from me, which I usually do, except I'm not prepared for that. So much for Thunderwave, right?
Oh, Thunderwave would have been nice.
It would have been if I had it prepared.
Times like this are where Misty Step is very important.
Yeah, Misty Step is always great.
Yeah.
I don't love
a wizard. So do I have any line of sight on Barnabas?
You do not.
What? He's on the ceiling.
No, he's not. He's still 10 feet up. He's 10 feet off of the ceiling, but that pillar is also 20 feet up, and Lucius is currently directly behind it.
Well, that sucks.
Heck.
Well, in that case, I am going to...
Shucks.
I was really hoping that I would have gotten free when that... by Helen saving my butt, but I'm not yet, so... I'm going to... Come on, energy at one creature. I want to attack more than one creature. Bloody heck. Everything I have is for one creature. Okay, so the guy in front of me, or the spawn in front of me, it's a girl actually, I believe, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter, they're undead. Let's see here. I'm going to... Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I should have been prepared.
It happens. It's okay. We forgive you.
I'm grappled right now, guys. I'm grappled.
Cast a spell. Blast somebody.
I would know this. Can I put myself to sleep if I cast a sleep spell?
Sleep will. Are you elf?
Yes, I am. So everyone.
You are immune to it,
right?
You are immune to it.
All right, then I'm going to cast, because I believe I can still do movement. So I'm going to cast a sleep spell right on me in surrounding areas. That's going to be a 20 feet creature within 20 feet of a point you choose, in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. And I'm going to check really quick if that doesn't affect undead. Oh, wait, undead and creatures immune to being charmed. Oh my.
Yeah, you can't use that.
Bloody.
Yeah, it doesn't work. They can't be charmed or put to sleep.
These are not raging bears on the side of a mountain, Lucius.
No, they barely are. I would have already plucked their guts if they were. Gosh. Well then, in that case, I'm going to try to use my Crown of Madness against the one that is grappling me.
All right. What is the save DC on Crown of Madness?
It is 15. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on the wisdom saving throw or become charmed by me.
I need to Google something real quick. Give me a moment, because the wording of the spell is very important.
It is humanoid. Vampires are humanoid.
Can they be charmed?
I'm not sure if they can be charmed.
Yes, is that a charm?
It is.
Well, they can't be charmed.
Yeah, the undead creatures cannot be charmed.
Would I know this?
Yeah, you should. You're a freaking wizard.
You're a lore master, I would say yes.
Well, then that's bloody heck. What spells did I prepare? I definitely didn't prepare my spells while being lore master. Then, in that case,
yes, and just so you know, vampires and vampire spawn are not humanoid.
They're not humanoid.
They are not treated as humanoid. Their type is undead. It would have humanoid listed as their creature type.
Okay.
And that's something else that you would
humanoid is
also
very
know.
limited in 5e.
Yeah.
Yonti would be humanoid. Asimar would be humanoid because it's the subtype. They are not humanoid though.
How about Canadian?
I'm going to do a poison spray, but I believe because of my lore, I can conjure that up and do it and be a blast of radiant light.
You can, because your ability allows you to change your spell.
So I get kind of like a little ball.
Is that every spell that you cast allows you to do that?
Oh, actually, let me check. I believe I can only do that once. You're right.
I'm checking now. I got it right here. Spell secrets.
But either way, I'm going to cast it. If I can't cast it,
once you change a saving throw in this way, you can't do it until a long rest.
Okay, then I'm just doing a regular poison spray, which is a 2d12.
Oh, no. You can change the damage type. You can only change one damage type per casting of the spell, but you can also change what kind of saving throw someone makes. If you change a saving throw, you can't do so until the end of a long rest. Or short or long rest. So you can change the poison spray to a different type of energy. You can do that with every one of your spells.
What I'm going to do is, Lucius, with his, I guess the guy grabbed my collar or whatever, or the undead grabbed my collar and bit me right there in the neck. I think I made it. Yeah, I made little marks. Right here in the neck, bit me in the neck. So I'm just going to suddenly conjure up a little ball, like a greenish ball, and start wiggling my fingers. And then suddenly I squeeze it and say...
I said pop the ball into the...
Luce libera. And I let it go, and it makes a bright flash for 2d12 damage. Of radiant damage.
Ooh, nice.
It should be 2d12.
So she has to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 15. She does not get advantage on that.
So it'll be 10 points of radiant damage.
But it is exactly a DC 15.
So
as you cast the spell and she sees that ball of poison starting to move and starting to shift, she actually jerks you forward, blasting it into your chest and sort of using your body as you would cover a grenade for that burst to go off in your cloaks, and she takes no damage from it.
I blink a few times and curse in Undercommon.
Anything else, Lucius?
I don't think there is anything else I can do. I will also curse in Infernal.
Very well.
In every language you know, it's going to take us all night.
As a bonus action.
And now, on initiative count 20. Helen,
Yes?
you challenge this spawn. And as she looked at you and snarled, suddenly you hear the flutter of wings and screeching, and through the mist, coming down from the ceiling, you see a swarm of bats that comes down and swarms over you. This bat swarm, as they're swarming over you, starts biting. On Helen, yes. Will a 13 hit, Helen?
No.
So there, you feel the wings and the little scratching of their claws and their teeth, like cutting at you and cutting at your armor, and you get these very superficial scratches and marks, and they're swarming all around you, but none of them break skin.
I will thank my Lord Hades for his protection.
Tony. Tempest? You hear the same screeching and clawing as a swarm lowers itself down around you.
Ooh, I'm Tempest.
Same thing is going to happen. They're going to try to bite and claw. That is a crit.
Oh no.
As Tempest, you take a grand total of 8 piercing damage as these bats latch onto your clothing and start biting into your flesh, and you can feel your blood starting to flow as these tiny, disease-ridden creatures just start tearing at you.
What a bunch of jerks.
With that, it's on the vampire spawn. That first one that ran up to you, Lucius, sorry. She looks and she sees the other that has grabbed you, and she snarls, "This one is mine!" And she reaches out, clawing. Actually stepping to the side of you, Lucius. And with a 23, you see her claws scratch at the face of the one that's holding you.
Who's sitting?
The vampire spawn to Lucius's right, the far side, has moved. Nope, not that one. This one right here has.
Oh, there's one that just died right there. I saw it fall.
This one has moved around him to her other side, to the other vampire spawn side, and clawed at her.
Clawed at the vampire?
Yes.
Yes, they clawed at the other one. They're jealous over me, you know? One at a time, ladies.
Don't taunt
Dealing.
them. Don't taunt them.
Dealing 9 slashing damage to her quote-unquote companion.
I'm here for eternity.
With her other swing, though, she reaches out to claw at you. No longer with flanking. A 25 will hit you, Lucius. And you are now grappled. You are now grappled twice. They are now tug-of-warring over you.
Oh my god.
That feels kind of nice.
Oh God! Please don't. Oh God!
my God.
Oh God!
Like, so they're like, are they grabbing me like by 2 arms and just pulling me back and forth?
They've got you pretty much by like the chest and arms, and they're just sort of pulling, and they're at like a standstill with you somewhat suspended in between. You still have use of your arms, but not to their full capacity. Now let me look at the board.
I forgot. I have to make a concentration check. I took
Oh,
damage. Yeah, because I took damage.
what?
So-
Yes, you do. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back.
You
at
have to roll a grand total of a 10 or higher on your Constitution save.
gonna look back at Helen and be like, their breath really stinks.
21, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Yuri is still held.
Yep.
As that vampire spawn has gone, one more swarm comes down over Scribbles.
Oh my god, dude. You're so harsh. Over Scribbles.
And starts swarming around Scribbles and biting at Scribbles.
And Scribbles looks up at them as they approach and says, "You're all a bunch of murder hobos."
It doesn't matter because for some reason Scribbles is literally just using those astral arms and wings around them to sort of bat them away as they keep swarming around them.
Yeah.
And with that, we come to David, which is the vampire spawn that climbed up on top of the pillar. He is going to run down the other side, charging at Helen. Arms outstretched, teeth bared, as he goes to claw at Helen.
Focus displacement hopefully works.
So that's with the cloak of displacement, I roll with disadvantage.
Let me just read it real quick and I will tell you. While you're wearing the cloak, it projects an illusion that makes you appear like you're standing in a place near your actual location, causing
Yes.
any creature to have disadvantage on their attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn.
Will a 16 hit?
No, a 16 will not hit.
So it doesn't matter what I roll on the second one because it's already at disadvantage. So even if it's lower, he goes to claw at you that first time and misses you, trying again. The one that's on the pillar has jumped down at Helen. Exactly. And this one I will roll again because he still has disadvantage because you have not been hit yet this round. With disadvantage, oh, Fongul. Yeah, a 25 or a 25 will hit. With disadvantage, it rolled 2 19s.
Oh my god.
So I have a 18 armor class, so that hits.
Yes. So you will. This one tries to grab you, so you take no damage, but you are now grappled as well.
Okay.
With that, we come to Barnabas.
So before he bites me, I look at him and I kind of spit out a piece of his flesh and I say, "You taste like chicken." As I'm like, kind of like.
Now, just because my brain is a little bit addled with how much is going on, Lucius, you did the radiant damage to Barnabas in that very first round of combat, yes?
That's a yes.
So that means that he has not taken radiant damage this turn, which means his regeneration does take effect, unless he's taken radiant damage from another source, has he?
I don't think my teeth are radiant, right?
No, and neither are the monk's attacks. So
just
at the start of
presence is kind of secondary radiance because we're so amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got such white teeth.
Yeah, my skin glows.
Unfortunately, he is that 10th out of those 9 dentists, and it does not affect him.
Oh, no.
But, Cutter, you see that bite wound on his neck immediately seal shut, and that gash of blackened ash across his chest quickly starts sealing up completely. And you can tell that he is rapidly healing.
Keeping his braggadociousness, he says, "You still have something on your face."
He grabs you by the back of your head, by the hair, twisting your head around so you can actually see the battlefield. And you see these swarms of bats, and you see the vampire spawn surrounding and attacking your allies. What kind of leader are you to leave all of them to perish? I give you another opportunity. I told you I wanted something in trade, and at this point, I will let you choose. Which one of them will you sacrifice for the rest of you to walk out?
Paladin.
Damn, okay then.
Cutter,
Didn't even let him finish.
Cutter, give yourself inspiration.
Yes, thank you.
Without hesitation, the paladin.
The paladin.
Like how the paladin gets to die. Damn, okay.
call the rest of your dogs off and tell them to drop their arms, and I will bring you down and let you walk out of here.
An important thing, he's going to scan his eyes over to, he does not want to let the vampire know that he and Tempest are close. That would be a problem. But he's going to scan across, but take special attention to how Tempest is doing.
And how bad is Tempest looking right now?
Pretty bad.
You see Tempest is beat up, and you also see a swarm of bats that are surrounding 3 of your allies. Tempest, luckily, is not one of them. Or is, I can't tell. Yeah, Tempest is also being swarmed by bats currently.
Okay. Slayers, stand down.
Tell that to the ladies.
I think it goes both ways. Babcock.
Did you just call him Babcock?
Yep.
Yep.
Babcock.
He's delirious.
Did you call him Babcock?
With your current lack of blood, I will forgive that slight. Children, stand down. And as he says that, you see all of them sort of look up, and very quickly, the one that was attacking Helen drops its arms to the side. The one that is the 2 that are grappling Lucian release him in that moment. All of the spawn release those that they were grappling.
Are you going to let me down?
We shall see if your dogs are obedient or not. And I myself will escort you to the door after they leave. Are those terms acceptable to you?
Yes. I never did like her anyway.
With that, we are going to take a moment because, as Cutter said, Slayers, stand down. It is a free action. You can do it at any point to drop a weapon you are holding, to put your weapon to your side, and to do so. What does the rest of the party do in this moment? Either you choose to comply with Cutter's wishes, or you do not.
I'm still grappled and restrained.
Well, you're stuck because you're under hold person.
Yeah, I'm stuck that way, so I do absolutely nothing.
All right. What does Scribbles do? I'm going to go down in initiative order.
Scribbles looks around and says, I never did like it anyway.
Okay.
And he stops fighting.
Jimmy.
Oh, okay. It's a free action to drop my thing. Is this a full turn?
No. This is during Barnabas's turn. You're either complying or you are not.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, I can do that. I can. Well, I have my arms out, right? So if it doesn't look like he's going to drop Cutter, I'll put my arms back down and just kind of like look up at the ceiling.
So you lower the bow to your side, like lower.
Yeah, it was already lowered. I was just holding my arms out to catch Cutter if he.
Okay. All right, Helen.
Helen did not have her weapon out, but Helen's next action was going to try to turn them. So as she was reaching for her amulet from her father, she will put her hand slowly down to see what happens and keep her eye on the next action that Barnabas takes.
Okay, Lucius.
I would like to see Lucius. I would like to see where is Helen right now on the battle?
Directly next to you.
Directly next to me. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get them off of you, remember?
I would like to take a step so I can actually see Barnabas, but as I'm walking away and just brushing my.
We're going to say since this is either a free action or not, you can sort of peek around that pillar, but you are not leaving the square you are currently in.
So I can. Okay, so I'm still going to be stuck behind a pillar.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Because this is either you are complying or not complying with Cutter's wishes.
Yes, this is me. This is me putting my hands down more or less and moving one step over. Am I able to do that or no?
Yes, but you're not going to be moving your space. You're simply lowering your arms. Then you are complying with Cutter's wishes.
No, I actually wanted to have a straight line to Barnabas.
You cannot move or do anything else in this moment. This is just.
Okay, then I'm just going to be correcting my rows and like, did you see the gall of them ladies talking to Helen?
He sees everyone drops their arms, and at which point Barnabas walks you across the wall. Tony. Barnabas carries you, Cutter, over here and down to the floor. Somewhere in this area near Yori.
Down here?
Yep.
All right.
And that will end Barnabas's turn. The spawn are still standing where they are, watching what's going on. Scribbles. It's going to be on you. And at this point, Barnabas says, your leader has decided your fate. He has given you your freedom. You may leave this place. All you have to do is remove that boulder.
Yeah, well, I didn't really like this place anyway. She says.
Okay, and does Scribbles move towards the boulder?
Yeah.
All right, Tony, stay over here for a moment. Scribbles moves towards the boulder.
So don't forget to write about my spell. You know, the one that hit Barnabas.
Are there any mushrooms growing directly in the sort of the direct vicinity right here?
Give me just roll a d20 real quick, Raven.
He's looking to see if anybody's watching. He's gonna just grab him.
That's a 3.
From where you are to the door, in a straight line, you do see a couple of mushrooms. They are very small. They are very young. They have not fully grown yet. But yes, there are a small hand. You can get about in a straight line towards the door. You could probably sleight of hand a handful or maybe 2.
And there are none that I can see otherwise?
Correct.
All right.
Oh, no. You can see some, but they are all closer to the pool of water. They're all growing over here.
That is actually quite far away, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll sleight of hand these if I can.
All right. When it comes to your turn, you'll move towards the door and do the same.
Yep.
Scribbles has moved towards the door. It is now on Yori. At the end of your turn, Yori, please give me a saving throw to break the hold person that Tempest has put you under.
1 second. My computer is just still loading, so
that's completely fair.
So
and you need to make a wisdom save against Tempest's DC of.
Did she not need somebody to roll one?
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
I don't even know what the other one was, so it doesn't actually matter right now. I have misclick. Sorry.
17. She fails.
Yuri is still held. Cutter.
Yep.
It is on you.
I think I'm in the loving arms of Rocky Balboa right now.
He has set you down. His arms are still on you. He did tell you he would release you as your allies leave.
Okay. So if his arm's still on me, then I'll just stand there and watch. I say, yes, leave, go. Tempest, it'll be all right.
Jimmy, you can give me a sleight of hand as you start moving towards the door and trying to pick some mushrooms.
Jimmy said he was
That is a 23.
That is a 23 sleight of hand. As you make your way towards that door, Jimmy, you are able to grab every mushroom you see along the way. You actually are able to grab... I will roll that for you right now.
Right.
As I close out of roll 20, because I hate this mouse.
I mean, I can roll it.
close out.
It's on a D6, right? I think I get 8.
I got it. Let's open. Yeah, roll a d8.
A D8? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I can do that.
And the turn order has disappeared for me. Oh, there we go. Everything's back in.
Yep.
Oh, that is 8.
You get 10 mushrooms.
10 mushrooms. Wow, nice.
We won. We won this whole.
10 special
Did we really?
mushrooms.
Helen, it is on you.
Oh, my turn? What I'm doing?
Yep.
Well, what is everybody's heading towards the door? Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Okay. She will look at Cutter like a little like, okay. And then she will start heading towards the door.
Okay.
A little confused and not sure what's going on. She's not going to make any moves. What she's thinking about is healing Cutter and healing Tempest.
Okay.
So quick question. Since he's asking us to leave, my character will not cast a spell because even if it's a non-offensive spell, because she's thinking that would provoke. So she will do a double move towards the door.
Okay. So you're able to get to the door with a single move, actually, and you could actually use your strength. Give me a strength check if you want to start moving the boulder.
Sure.
Tempest, you are on deck. So put Helen next to the boulder. Helen's going to give me a strength check to try to move it. And if you are not able to do it on your turn, on your own, the next time someone comes over to help, they will have an advantage on the strength check if you are not able to do it yourself.
18.
With an 18, you put your back into it, pushing as hard as you can, and you are able to move it about 4 feet, just slightly out of the way of the entrance.
Okay.
So it rolls about 4 feet before stopping, and you're actually holding it in place at this moment because it's trying to roll back. You will need a little bit more to keep it from rolling back in place once you let go.
Okay.
With that, it's on Tempest.
It's an action to cancel a spell, right?
It is a free action to drop concentration on a spell.
Okay, so
You can do that at any point.
okay, so I'm gonna, I guess, go towards the door.
Okay.
I can't try to help because I'm not strong. So
Move Tempest towards the door 30 feet.
And if I drop this spell, Yuri will still be under the Barnabas's control, right?
She's only moving 30 feet. The closest she's going to get is like right here next to Yuri.
All right. You are going to be, if you stop there, you will be with 30 feet of movement. You'll be right next to Yuri and Barnabas. Do you want to continue your movements through the doorway?
Double move.
Yes.
She's going to double move into the doorway. Tony. She double moves in through the doorway. She moves past the boulder. And
Who does?
Tempest does. She moves through. And yes, if you drop your concentration on hold person, from everything you're seeing, it is safe to assume that she would still be under Barnabas's charm.
Okay, then I will not do that. I just want to make sure, am I still within 60 feet of her?
How far is Yuri from the doorway?
Yuri is
20 feet?
5,
15, 20 feet.
yeah, 20.
So 20 feet, and you used, so you are within 30 feet of Yuri.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. That's it. That's the end of my turn.
Lucius.
Lucius is going to follow the path of Helen and everybody else towards the door, but he'll stop next to where is Yuri?
Say that
am
once more,
20
Lucius.
feet.
Am I coming in clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Where is Yuri?
Yuri is right here. There's a space between her and Barnabas. The door is here. You're over here. You are roughly 30, I would say at a guess, 30 feet from Yuri.
I'm gonna go towards the door and walk past all the spawn ladies that were fighting over me.
And you sort of move between them and they snarl and hiss right in your face, like an inch or two away from you, but they make no move to attack or grab you.
Oh, stop it. I wasn't enough for all of you anyways. And then I keep going and I look over at Yuri and I say, I'm sure Scribbles will write something good about you. And I'm going to move my whole turn, like a double the dash or whatever. You know.
Lucius moves out of the room as well. Tony.
Moves out.
What's next? Oh, he's doing some secret stuff. Okay.
All right, so I just had to let Tony know what's going on. It goes through all the spawn. It comes back to Barnabas. He's still holding you, Cutter, waiting for the rest of your party to leave. Who is still within the room currently? Jimmy and who else?
Yeah, I guess I was on the way to the door. I didn't make it.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, Cutter, Yuri, and I believe Scribbles are still within the room. Yes.
Scribble.
And Helen is holding
I
the
believe I
bowl.
was moving towards the door as if to exit.
Yes.
People.
All right.
Wait,
So
wait. Oh, where's Jimmy at? Where's Jimmy?
did you move Jimmy out of the room?
Yes, but where is his mini?
I am out of the room, regardless of where my mini is.
Yeah, Jimmy is out of the room regardless, so you can just move his mini. All right. Give me a moment, because since I restarted this, I have to find all of the minis again. There we go. Boop-a-doop. Needed that. Barnabas. It's on him again. You see more of his wounds closing. Scribbles, do you continue moving out of the room?
You will be one with my father someday. And he walks out.
Scribbles walks out of the room. Yuri, give me a wisdom save. Yuri is still frozen. Cutter, you are still waiting for Barnabas to release you?
Well, is everybody out of the room yet?
Helen is holding the boulder in place. She is the only other one still within the room.
Okay, so the other ones can't see me, right?
Correct.
Barnabas, you are a Lord of Honor.
Yes.
I could not answer you truthfully before. I choose me.
Very well. And the others that are, just for a moment, we're going to say, the others that are out of the room, is there anything special? Actually, hold on. Pardon me. Cutter.
Do I hear this?
How loud are you being when you say this, Cutter?
Yeah, do I hear this as well?
I would definitely not let Tempest hear it, and I want to whisper it, yeah.
So the only one that I'm going to allow to give me a perception check is going to be Helen, as she is still in the room.
Okay.
We're going to say it is a DC 15.
Okay. I don't hear it.
You do not hear it, Helen. Jimmy, with you outside of the room, is there anything else you're going to be doing, or are you going to be waiting for everyone else to come out?
Oh, I'll pop a mushroom in my mouth.
Jimmy pops a mushroom in his mouth. And you get that sweet, sweet psilocybin flavor.
Okay, all right. That's kind of what I was expecting. I grew up down here. Like I figure
you knew
I know
exactly
what
what
they
these
are.
mushrooms were the moment you saw them.
Yeah, so I'll take the smallest one.
Okay, you now have 9 mushrooms. Helen, it is on you. You can step through the door and release the boulder if you want, or you can try to make a strength check to push it out of the way completely.
But I am unaware of the conversation that has just taken place between Cutter and Barnabas. So all I know is Yuri is still frozen in place, and I'm waiting for Cutter. So I'm not leaving because I'm still waiting. I mean, the character would still be like, okay.
And yes, conversation at this moment is free for everybody.
He's not coming. Guys.
What do you mean he's not coming? Where is he?
He's still
Helen, go.
He's still held by the Barnabas vampire.
Helen,
He
go.
said he would let him go.
But Yuri's still frozen in place. Do I leave the both here and close the... I don't think that's right.
No, of course not. We can't... I would never want to sacrifice Yuri, but I can't leave Cutter either.
So he's taking both of them then?
It seems that way.
I wish
Yuri's
that
still...
I could do another beam of light, but I don't think it'll be enough to do it.
So Cutter sees all like this kind of talking back through the doorway. He says to Barnabas, he says, if you let me approach the door, he says, the others will leave.
Cutter, I need you to give me a persuasion or a deception check, depending on whether or not you are being deceitful and trying to get near the door, or if you are being truthful and trying to persuade him in doing so.
Right, he's trying to be truthful, but...
can I ask you a question, DM? Where's Yuri? Where is Yuri's character?
Yuri's character is to the right of Barnabas. Yuri is right here.
So he's taking both of them.
He's like 30 feet from the back of the door, I think, from the door.
Yep. So since Yuri's frozen, she's not moving anywhere.
Correct. Very well. You want to speak with them. You may do so. And he looks at you. Cutter, since more than a round has gone by since you were damaged or taken any damage, you are no longer raging.
Yep.
I need you to give me a saving throw against Barnabas's charm.
Don't forget you have advantage, too.
Why does he have advantage?
He's a elf.
Oh, against charm. That's right. Thanks, dog.
That was Tempest.
Oh yeah, it's wrong dog. 19.
You are not charmed by him.
But he tried to.
Yep.
And all it was a gaze into it. No, he would not.
Wouldn't he?
It does not give it away. He simply looked into your eyes as he spoke. Unlike a spell like Suggestion, a spell will tell you if you are aware of a spell or charm being cast upon you.
How far away is Barnabas from where I am? Because I know I'm 30 feet from Yuri.
Barnabas will walk with Cutter to the boulder and the doorway. So they are standing on the far side of the boulder.
Right next to Helen?
Next to Helen, as is Barnabas. Yes.
Okay. So he's big. Whoa.
And all of the spawn have moved in as well.
All right, so they're all right behind Helen and near Cutter and all
Yeah.
that?
The spawn is sort of circled around. The swarms are flying through the air currently.
Okay.
Cutter, you are now in front of the doorway if there's something you would like to say.
Yeah, so he says, Barnabas, we can trust this deal?
Of course.
I say, Helen, so are they all like sitting in the doorway like going, come on? Is everybody
Yeah,
there?
because Helen's like, she's looking at Yuri,
Yeah.
she's looking at you, you're still in the room.
Okay. He says, we are slayers, but we'll also together. He says, I am proud of all of you. Tempest, you are my queen. And then he's going to push the boulder closed so that they're separated.
Hold on. Does I wonder if Lucius
Would I have time
Lucius
to?
would figure out if they like living meat or not. Oh no, he is not down that far on hit points. Never mind.
And Helen is currently holding the boulder, so if Helen wants to stop you, it would be an opposed check. But you guys can still communicate and talk in this moment.
Can I try something?
What would you like to try?
I would like to try to cast suggestion. I'm pretty sure this is not going to work. I'm Barnabas. I'm going to cast suggestion.
Suggestion states humanoid, yes?
It says to let them go. And that's a DC 17 wisdom save.
A wisdom saving throw from Barnabas.
Yeah.
It'll be so amazing if it works.
Please let it work.
You know, it'll be like huge.
It works. Oh my god, it really worked. He got a 7. I got my saving throw is a 17. You son of a...
He can decide which one to. Oh, that's right. It's a legendary.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yep. I knew about that one. I wasn't going to say anything. That's why I wasn't cheering.
You are right.
Can I cast counter spell to counter that legendary action?
It is not a spell.
It is an ability.
You are right. I do have what I want. And you can bring me others.
And the concentration on Yuri is dropped, by the way. So she's
Yes.
no longer...
Yuri is no longer under hold person. So, with that, Barnabas looks...
Would he know that he's being charmed?
You're speaking to him, and the way that I've always worked subtle spell, because suggestion, you actually have to say something to him. I would say that he heard your voice in his mind making the suggestion, and suggestion is one of those spells where people know that they've been charmed.
And also the wording on this legendary action says that the vampire can choose to succeed.
Yes.
So it's a conscious decision.
Yes.
And he has decided to succeed.
Barnabas looks to Cutter. Helen still holding the boulder. Cutter next to Barnabas. The rest of you within that entryway, seeing what is happening.
And to reiterate quickly, was that my intention, like I said, was to grab the boulder and outmuscle Helen and close the boulder, close the door, so to speak.
Helen, if that is happening, would you, if you were to lose that contested strength check, would you stay in the room or would you go through the doorway to the rest of the party? Hello?
Are you talking to me?
Yep.
Yes, Helen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Eric. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
Helen, if you were to lose the strength check, would Helen stay in the room with Cutter and Barnabas, or would she try to dive through with Jimmy and the rest?
She'll probably dive through because she'd be like, what the hell is going on? But would she be able to cast a spell as she's being pushed into the other room?
This is a contested strength check, and after that, we will go back into initiative order. So both of you give me strength checks right now. Athletics.
And I'm going to rage, so I get to roll twice. $20.
It's actually higher because you're also enraged, which gives you does it just give you advantage or does it add to it?
Only advantage.
Disadvantage.
I rolled a 1.
I think I won.
I think you won. I rolled a 1.
I mean, unless he also rolls 2 1s.
You self-sacrificing bastard.
Helen, you dive through as Cutter forces that boulder. You wanted to cast a spell.
Yes.
Depending on what it is, I will allow it. What is it you're trying to cast?
Okay, I am going to cast at Cutter Life Transference.
And what does that do?
You sacrificed some of your health to mend another creature's injuries. You take 4d8 necrotic damage, which it can't be reduced by any way, and the creature of your choice that you can see within range gains the number of hit points twice the necrotic damage that you take.
Okay, go ahead and roll roll the spell out and roll your necrotic damage.
Okay.
Big money, big money.
Oh, this is beautiful. I'm loving it.
What would be really amazing is after we go, Yuri and Cutter end up killing all the vampires by themselves.
You take 16. You take a full 16 points of necrotic damage, Helen.
Correct.
Cutter.
32.
You regain 32 hit points.
Whew.
Well, up to my maximum.
Up to your lowered maximum, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And with that, the boulder slams shut, separating Cutter and Yori from the rest of the party.
Helen will let out a scream. No! No!
Move Helen to the other side of the door, please.
Tempest will also be yelling
The
no.
boulder is slammed shut, and they're on the other side of the doorway.
I guess Cutter didn't make it.
Cutter will
And
put
with
his
that,
He pushed me in here.
hold on one moment.
Go ahead, Rich.
Because we are sort of in a wonky initiative at this point, I am going to say, with all of this that has been going on, your party watching in horror as everything has happened. Cutter, you turn to speak to Barnabas. What is it you want to say?
As you said, your Lord of Honor. You will let the Paladin go. You can do with me as you will. You have earned it. You are the Slayer this night.
You see, I am a creature of honor and a creature of my word. But my word does not apply to food such as you. That being said, as he says this, Yori, the whole person that dropped on you, you have been aware of everything that's been said. You have been aware of everything that's been going on. And in Barnabas's hubris, he tried to charm Cutter, and at the same time, wanting to enjoy your fear, your panic, and your screams of anguish, he released you from his charm.
Kick some ass, Yuri.
The door between the party, the boulder is in place. The spawn are there. The bats are circling and closing in on you, Yori, and you, Cutter. Barnabas turns, looking at the two of you. You're separated from your party. You are injured. You are tired. You are weakened from where you once were. Yori, you have your senses back around you. You have heard what has happened. You heard Cutter initially sacrifice you, and standing next to you as he whispered to Barnabas, letting him know that you were never the intended target. Knowing that Cutter was willing to sacrifice himself for your life, you stand there, great sword poised over your head, death staring you in the face. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Oh my god, yo, you have me about to cry. I want to cry right now.
You got some good fight in your belt there, Yuri, so you can just unleash that hell.
Oh shit.
With inspiration.
That was so boring.
Trust in evil.
Boring.
I just want to say, it has been too long since I got to play with you guys. This has been fucking wonderful. Thank you so much, Tony, for inviting me here to do this.
Thank you for coming, DM
And
Rich.
thank you guys for putting up with my personal brand of insanity.
No, it was great.
No.
What do you mean? That was great. That was awesome. We need more characters played by you.
Yeah.
I would be more than happy to oblige that from time to time.
I just wish I could have burnt more of you.
Yeah, that's
There
You
true.
is-
might have your chance because I still haven't used my action to double and make it vulnerability. But with the radiant damage, you already have that vulnerability. So I was hoping to do that for Tempest.
I have no radiant damage.
I know, but I remember I can do
Yeah,
that thing.
That would have been awesome.
I had to use an action and I had to heal you guys. So
Technically, if
You
I
know,
had
you
not
actually
been
only healed
charmed.
me 2 hit points.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I only got healed 2 hit points
Oh,
because
boy.
my max damage.
To be fair, AJ, if I had not been charmed, I probably could have given you something that would have done radiant damage in the first place. So I have a spell for that.
I think
I
that's
did
nice
not
for you
know.
I
first.
came prepared for this battle. However, because I'm like, I'm a radiant user. Why wouldn't I have radiant?
Oh,
So
Look.
had I not been charmed, I would have given you something on your weapon that would have done radiant the entire time.
And
it
just so you
lasts for a
know,
minute.
and Tony, I'm going to say this out loud for everyone to be aware. To move the boulder was a DC 18.
God damn.
You had it. To reopen that door, if the party wants to come back through, it's going to take an 18 to move that boulder.
okay.
Tony, I would make a suggestion at this point, since initiative was interrupted with everything that was going on. For the next session, I would re-roll the initiative as things currently stand. And do a fresh initiative, because as things stand right now, the initiative that is there is no longer in place. I would suggest you guys re-roll, especially with the multiple vampire spawn and the 3 swarms of bats, and whatever else Tony may throw at you next session.
There'll be a lot.
Jesus Christ.
You guys better run.
right now.
Eric,
guys
you
better
bastard. You bastard. Why would you do this?
Like, oh
I
my
had-
God.
How you gonna give me a
Right.
ring and then be like, I'm gonna
I know.
sacrifice myself?
There's no way. There's no way he would let Yuri die. There's no chance. But he had to play it. He had to
Oh
play
Honest-
it.
God.
Oh my god. He's legitimately, Rich gave me a run for my emotions tonight. I'm gonna give you
Oh
that.
my, like I'm literally, as
Oh
soon
my
as the camera
God.
goes off, I'm gonna
Cutter
be
would never
falling.
do that.
Oh.
Cutter would never do that. So he's basically, his idea is now is that, well, was if he goes with it, great. Then Yuri gets to leave. But if he's gonna kill us both, then he's gonna kill me too. And I'm gonna fight. So that's
Yuri's
basically
not gonna
my
let you
plan.
die. She's not gonna do that. You know that. She's not gonna let you die.
Well, at least the other guys, hopefully they better run. You
No,
guys
we're not running.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Fly, you fools.
We're like confused as to what the hell just is going on because of what you just did.
Right.
I would be just as confused. I see everything. There's no one in the room, and everyone's outside of that boulder, not realizing the fact that, like, what the hell is going on here? And I just saw you close the door. Really?
Yuri, actually,
Yes.
even though you were under the charm, you are fully aware of everything that has happened and what's been said. You know that you've attacked Tempest. You know everything that's been conversed about. You were
Yeah.
witness to all of it.
Yeah.
I have something to open this to get rid of this boulder. Oh,
Lucius-
fuck that.
Lucius just want to look at the screen and be
my
like,
God.
you know, this is the most intense Survivor season I've ever been in my life. And, well, it had to be somebody, so I think they were the good ones to go.
This will not be the first or the last time I cry in stream.
Thank you for the follow, Make This Epic.
Yeah, we gotta
And
follow.
Omega, thank you for gifting all of those subs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
thanks, Vega.
Amazing. Who's Omega Scale? Do we know who that is?
I am very familiar with Omega Scales. Omega Scales is a member of the Dark Carnival on TikTok. They are followers
Ooh.
of Hugh Percival Lockross and the Eldritch Author, who for a short while was part of this party as well. So you can thank the Carnival for stopping in and gifting all of those subs.
Thank you, Dark Carnival. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
thanks. Oh
Yeah,
my
make
God,
us
you're
up,
rich.
we're gonna have to- Wait a
Rich,
minute.
Oh my
you are
God.
not allowed to come back and
You
play
gotta
with
make
my
a
emotions
mega
like
man.
this.
Absolutely allowed
You-
to come back and play
You
again.
do
Absolutely.
back.
do not
all
toy
the
with my
time.
emotions.
All I have to
Oh,
say,
yeah.
all I have to say is you're welcome.
Thank you
Nice
for
to
the
And I,
It's nice
and
to
I
see you back.
promise you, this will not be the last time you see this face to fuck with your emotions during a game.
He's the only
begged Rich
person
to
that has
come back
fucking
and
my mouth
slaughter
shut.
I love it.
You know what? Just call me a masochist, I guess. Cause golly,
Masochist.
that was really, really good.
Thank you.
Not fun.
Now, I do have a very, very important question to ask the players.
Yeah.
There is a follow-up to this, obviously, in the next session. Do you still want it to be harder, or would you like Tony to take back over as DM for the rest of this fight?
And I won't feel bad if you say, Rich. It's okay.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on.
You're saying you want to come DM for us next time too?
I will continue this fight for you guys if you want me back.
Well,
Let's go.
Is there
Yes.
a fight? I mean, there's a wall between
Yes.
us.
yeah, I mean, it may be a slaughter, but if that will be the fight, that will be the fight.
I will
But
go down
these
fight.
guys had better freaking run.
We're not running.
We're hearing a lot of yeses from the party, Tony, so it's 2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
Tony?
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, yeah.
Fridays from now. Not next Friday, but the Friday
Looking
after
forward to
next
seeing you.
Not
And I
this
have-
Friday, but the Friday, not this upcoming Friday, but the Friday after.
2 weeks.
As
I have-
long as my schedule is available to do so 2 Fridays from now, I will happily return to inflict more emotional damage upon you because it has been
God
way
damn it,
too
Rich.
long.
Oh,
Oh,
God damn it. It is
gosh.
good to see. It is definitely good to see you, Rich. But
It
damn,
really is,
don't
guys.
do that.
Bro,
Don't
you
do
make me
that.
want to
I
go
swear to
smoke right
God.
now. Like I'm all anxious.
I literally, as soon as I heard I was going to die, I was bawling off camera, just for the record.
I
Rich
made
is
Yuri,
the
we made
only
Yuri
person
cry.
that has fucked with my emotions.
Off camera,
Right?
she was crying when she found out her character was going to die.
Well, just and so
Attachment to all
that
my
means
characters.
that means that
never
this
kill
was a
Yuri.
success.
I can never kill Yuri knowing that I'll make her cry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mackenzie Lynn, thanks for the
I don't want to
subscription.
make anybody cry.
yeah, thanks for
Oh
stopping.
my God.
Thanks.
That's
It's okay.
Oh.
Oh,
So
It's okay.
yes, due to overwhelming requests from everybody but Yuri,
Mine was also a yes. Mine was also a
Yuri's
yes.
was also a
Despite-
yes. It was just not overwhelming.
You know what though? I can't wait to see Yuri's RP, knowing that her party was quick to be like, "Hey,
Peace out.
hey take the power."
Hey,
No.
listen, you're you
Oh
know.
my god.
Sorry
No,
to put you
she
on the whole
knows.
person,
Like-
but
Yuri's
They shouted.
angry.
you gotta
Yuri's
do
No,
what you
so
gotta
angry.
do.
But no, but
Some
Tony,
interesting words.
yeah, I mean, but Tony, right? She knows, and actually Young knows a person
Yeah.
that we would never leave her hanging. I had to do it to convince.
Tony can't
that
hear you guys.
vampire.
It's just me.
Well, so you can tell me.
I can
But-
relay, but yeah, the party was gonna just absolutely leave her behind. I can't believe that they were that heartless. They really are the evil party.
They are
Evil.
the
We're
evil
supposed to be that
Oh.
way.
No, we are
Just
supposed to
I
be
don't-
that way.
Evil's
Yeah,
like,
we're
"Well, better her
named
than
that.
me,
I'm
so-
not sure
See,
Come on,
where the
I mean,
question.
that's-
Also,
We wouldn't be
Just-
playing the characters right if we were not that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Tony, don't go too far. I'm gonna pass the headphones over to you in a moment.
Right back, you said.
But just for this occasion, I also wore a shirt that I figured might be appropriate.
Let's see.
What does it say?
Keep calm. Keep calm and drain blood.
Keep calm. The master is here.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, of course.
I like that.
You give-
I
you
get
give
it
me-
because you're the dungeon master.
I
I
give
love
me
the
5.
shirt.
You give me 3 legendary actions, and I will whoop any one of your monster parties too.
You guys wanted it harder. Now, this is me with a single vampire and 4 vampire spawn. Imagine if it was something else, like
I just like to
a
say,
We're not
Dracolich.
high enough
Give me
level
a
to
record.
imagine
Two
it's something else.
Dracoliches.
for the
You
record,
sound like you
Lucius-
think we're regretting it or something.
We're
Oh, I
not,
could tell how much fun you guys
actually.
were having.
You
guys-
are not regretting it.
For the record, Lucius never said he wanted it harder. He was just happy to be in control.
You mean he was happy? You mean he was happy to not be a meatbag?
Well, he
I don't know. Lucius seemed pretty happy to have 2 different women fighting over him right then and there.
even if
He
they
did. He
smell
did seem
bad.
very happy.
And since we did just get like 8 subscriptions, Tony,
Yay.
you know what that
Yay.
means.
Oh no!
He gets to-
I forgot about
You
that.
know what that
Oh my
means.
God, I haven't done that in so
Oh,
long.
this-
No,
Oh my God.
Rich and
I
I,
have to dance.
Josh and I have
Well,
another
Omega
game
gets
right
to pick
now.
the
So I
song.
don't know how
If
much
Omega,
longer you
is
guys
Omega
can
still
go.
in here?
All right, I'm actually gonna pass the headphones. Thank you for coming in. Guys, it was
Oh.
wonderful seeing you, and hopefully I will see you in 2 weeks. But let me pass you back over to the story master and the true master of your fates.
Well, I don't know. You,
Till death do us
might
part.
have more skill than
Bye,
me.
guys.
Bye bye.
I'm just more ruthless than you.
I'm a
There's
good
a very big
storyteller,
difference.
but
You're an excellent
you got
storyteller.
the DM skills, man. You're knocking them dead. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good. We can cut the stream off now, by the way, JC.
What?
You can do your outro.
Yeah, we're
Everybody,
yeah. Let's
thanks
do an
so much
outro.
tonight. You were awesome.
Oh, yeah, we want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for watching. Thank our Patreon supporters. We put all that stuff in all the links down there. You could see that. Yeah, thank you. I hope everybody had a great time. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Raven already put in a link to our Founders and Legends game that we play with some of the titans in the Dungeons and Dragons industry. I highly suggest you check it out.
Yeah,
'Cause
go
I
watch
was
that.
actually-
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was actually a player, so usually you don't get to see me as a player too often.
Stephen
Yeah.
McCorney's style is so good.
Yes,
Please go
yes.
watch that. It's kind of unique.
Dude, and he uses Dwarven Forge too, and they built this opera house that was absolutely beautiful. All Dwarven Forge, man, like him and Anne, and they built like a city around it, and they had sewers. So it's like they're like, they go over the top. But when you get
They had
into
a
this
real life
kind of-
opera singer there too.
Yeah, well, yeah, Anne was, and she was good too. And she was really singing that opera. It was like, ah, la, la. It was really good. But yeah, man, that's the kind of thing that you'll get if you watch the show. We go over the top, when it comes to like the terrain, and obviously you can see, you got the fog machine out. The joke we were making, I think somebody said, is that the game, it was such an intense game that the terrain was sweating. Like even the minis, everything was sweating because of the water. But yeah, we're about to wrap up here. Thank you very much. I highly suggest that you check out all our shows, our schedule. Like Raven had said, you got Panda Mini and The World of Hell. Please check out our sponsors and all that. And I've said it like a million times, so we're gonna get going. And thank you. And next Saturday there'll be a good team. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later, Necrogator.
Awesome.